Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. It's time for the NVIDIA earnings, the stock that can change everything. Are you ready for a wonderful evening? My price target is 140. I'm going to give you all the details, all the ins, the outs. I'm going to give you all the information, the buy zones, the sell zone, the support levels, you name it. All the technical analysis, most of you have it already. It was provided in the show notes of the show. You've been able to get it ahead of the show on a free trial, so you know exactly what's coming up in the show, plus more. We don't include everything in there, of course. We like to have a few surprises. But are we going to take the market up? Is it going to be a boom time? Let's do the numbers. Let's work it out. Inflation is down. We had blood on the streets. We've still got trade wars going on. Is the Fed about to turn the money printer on? We've got big problems now in Japan. The carry trade is back. That could send the market straight back down. Are we going to get that? Will we return to blood on the streets once again? Or is it time to celebrate and get excited? Let's go down into the city. Let's get ready. Are we going to go not to the moon, but standing on the moon? Are we going to get my price target of 140 and then taking us to $200 within 12 months? I suggest we are. Let's get ready. It's showtime, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's lovely to have you here. NVIDIA Day. I'm known as Martyn Lucas, the chairman of YouTube. Thanks to my Lucasades buying me this wonderful stitched in silk chair with my logo on it. Today is the big day, and we're ready for the NVIDIA earnings. The question is, are you ready? We'll have a live phone in. You can be on the call. You can be part of it. You can join us. I'll answer everyone's questions. We'll cover all the analysis, all the technicals. This could be one of our biggest streams of the year. If this breaks the 140 and blows off the top and goes to 150, up go everything. We are waiting for an all-time high. I've already made $10,000 in the last 24 hours, but it's just the beginning of what I keep predicting, a face-ripping rally. Are you ready to go? We hope so. Welcome to the party. If it's your first time here, click the like button. We want to get 100 likes in the first minute so we can share this out on YouTube. Once we get 100 likes, YouTube will share this out so more people will know about our stream. So please do tap the like button and consider subscribing. And if you are a subscriber and a member, before we hit 100,000, you will be invited to a special event. We are now at 83,426. Time has nearly ran out. There'll only be two of these. One at 100,000 and one at 1,000,000. That's it. Okay, as you can see from behind me, we've got the big screen, NVIDIA earnings. This is the big event we're covering today. The NVIDIA earnings will be there for the whole thing, bringing you the best audio-visual experience, live phone in, no one gets left behind, everybody has a voice, full technical charts, full breakdown, full show notes to accompany this, free training how to scalp trade yourself provided by our own videos, and one-on-one training. You get all of that. So, are you ready? Let's see who's here. We've got in the chat, first, James 007, Crow just became a member. Robert Z just became a member. Amir just became a member. Kevin just became a member. Flippin' heck. Blaze just became a member. BJJ just became a member. I'm in, says Mickey Six Strings. Eddie Puckett upgraded their membership. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Gary Reynolds just upgraded their membership. Wow, I told you it was going to be a big day. And it truly is. James just became a member. Quantron just became a member. Lucas Aids. Yestin, let's get ready to rumble. Hello there. Here they are. Yestin, and I love Yestin and Alex coming together. I love it. They've been in Discord all day playing games and having fun and helping each other. I love it. I love the way the community is developing like this. And here they are together. Look at that. They came in together. Yestin and Alex came in together. Look at that. Brilliant. No, Alex, you're going to pump and dump the stock. Yes, I believe that is true. Alex has the ability to pump and dump NVIDIA and move it. I can do this. I can do this. I have the power. He does have the power. It's amazing what you can do with 2 shares of NVIDIA. I'm only joking. No, I thought you were serious. Get to the chopper. I'm waiting the signal around 139 to 142. 137 now. There it is. My prediction is 140. Am I going to be right? Again, of course I'm going to be. How many times? SP500 and NASDAQ looks like a double top and the end to end the bear market rally. NVIDIA is taking everything and everything up. Get excited, get excited, get excited. There's my portfolio, slightly down today. We were up today, but we're down slightly. Am I bothered? Am I like? I understand what I own. We've got an after show party, of course. The after show party will be an extra. We can discuss it all. We're already vibing in the backstage live. I love it. The backstage live. Shall we have a quick look? Because we do have a behind the scenes backstage show that runs in conjunction with the show. Oh yeah, did you know that? Did you know that? We only started this a couple of days ago. It's a real thing. Yes. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's a proper lads' night out, isn't it? So he wouldn't do this on the. He doesn't do all this on the main show, but he does do it. He does do it on the behind the scenes show. I love this. This is great. Hang on a minute. Let me bring this in. I'm going to unmute this. You aren't going to believe this. Wait till you see this. Hang on. Let me turn my camera on as well. This is what goes on. All right. In behind the scenes. Here we go. Shall we have a look? There you go. Look at this. This is Yestin, Win, and Alex. How are you, Alex?
I'm very well. I'm excited. Are you?
He's got the baseball cap. He's gone full on. He goes, Martyn, this is the real me. This is what I would be on the show if you allowed it, but you don't. So I do it in the backstage room. I do it behind the scenes. I absolutely love it. And we got Yestin. He's also in on the game. He's got dark sunglasses, even though it's in a dark room. What's all that about? We love it. Absolutely great. If you want to be behind the scenes during the show, you can join in. This is our premier Discord. It also includes our training course, our videos, our one-on-one service. We play games together. We have a lot of fun. And guess how much it is? It's $2.99. I mean, seriously, guys, there is the Discord training course. Is it worth it just for this one channel alone, Alex?
All I can say, best Discord ever, best channel ever. Nobody can do what we do,
no.
And especially what you do.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I love it. Fantastic. I'll leave you to that. I'll come out of there and I'll pop in again from time to time. Love it. There we go. Let's leave the lads to it, doing their thing. Isn't that brilliant? Isn't that absolutely brilliant? I'll just mute that again now there. Stop the little beeping noises that you get. Oh, and that great. There you go. NVIDIA, 137.17 on the way to 140. It will take the market up. It really will. Here it goes. Here it goes. We're going to cover it all for you. Let's see who else we got in the chat. Holla and we back. Libby 175 by this year. 212 months. Jeremy just became a member. Another one, XRP, hi all. How you doing? Brett just became a member. Flipping heck. It's like a record day, isn't it? Down, says Mark Jones. No, no, no. We're getting pulled. No, no, no. Punk Kunk just became a member. Another one. What does everyone think the ceiling will be? Well, I'm going to show you the numbers in a minute. I'm going to give you the precise numbers. Sensei has done a chart. We've got the technical. Stand by. Pal just became a member. Steve Reynolds just became a member. This is unbelievable. Hello, Rise. Have I got the... yes, I have. I've got that turned on. Just making sure. Dennis Mowry just became a member. Amit Elderman just became a member. Like Smash said exit. NVIDIA days to be around 140 on earnings. Martyn was right. Again. Gonna go up and down. What do you think, chat? So you can vote in the poll. Well, I would not be selling this. Dressed for success. Absolutely. You got to make the effort, right? We are dressed. Got my finest. See that? Look, it's got laced. See that? This is World Piano Man gear. See this? Look at that. Laced with like a silk. Yeah, like that. All right, there you go. You got to be well dressed, right, in this world. Need some Martyn Lucas optimism. Always a way to make money. Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, everyone. Let's go. Rhino, how you doing? Walker Wonders Why is here. Manuel Silver, Josh Monroe. Let me get through the questions and then I'll give you all the numbers. Good afternoon. Been waiting for this video all week. Hi, Martyn, everyone. If you're undecided or whether or not to be part of the Lucasades, let me tell you that I've learned so much from Martyn and Sensei. Last bull run, I lost a lot of money. Now I make better choices. Great stuff. Great stuff. Enrique, we're really pleased for you. Let's go. Pump it louder. I'm here, said David Pomeroy. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Yes, 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 yes. That's right. Brian, MSK. I was on Sky News today. Uncle Martyn Investor can vouch for this. It is true. It is true. The Israeli ambassador today at the United Nations was essentially exactly the sound of MSK. It's true. Looking forward to NVIDIA. Stadavi, thank you very much indeed for your very in-depth information on my clock. So what's the clock? What's the clock? Stadavi, CDT. Sent me lots of information about this. Stadavi, can you see that? Just changed? All right. Okay. Hi all. Brian, good to have you here. Looking forward to NVIDIA. Hello. Vedran, good all. Money-making Mitch. Alex, he loving it. Good evening all. NVIDIA is just getting started. They rock. Tech 100 popping. Angel, good evening from Spain. Welcome to you. Be at 140 before the call. 137 now. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. This is a biggie. Yes, it is. It's the biggest show, one of the biggest shows of the year. That's why I'm in my best suit. Hi all. Hi MSK. He's here. Good afternoon, Saab. Lovely to have you here. William Myers, Kata, Matthew Booley, Saab. What is your best guess, Martyn? I'm going to show you. I've been giving you all the analysis. I've told you 140 for the last 3 months where we'd go. I'm absolutely spot on, by the way, again. But I'll give you more details in a moment. What's your best guess? Join me and Alex. Saab, join us. Plug is 14% today. Yes, yes, yes. Pay no attention to it. You got a suit on and I'm guessing sat there in my pants. No. You got a suit on and I'm just sat here in my pants. Yeah. No, I've got all my suit on from top to bottom as always. Hello everyone. NVIDIA will be landing on the moon. NVIDIA price to hit 130 and 242. I'm going to give you even better odds than that. Evening all. Looking forward to NVIDIA at 141. Israel need to be stopped though. Yes, we won't talk about that today. Your setup is amazing with the green. Thank you so much indeed, DJ. Do you want a little trip around the studio? Do you want to see from the back of the studio? Oh, that's not turned on. Hello, hello, hello. My camera's not turned on. We'll soon turn that bugger on. There you go. Here it comes. There you go. There you go. There's the back of the studio. That's another camera. I've got cameras bloody everywhere. How many cameras do you want? We've got this camera back here on a track. We've got the piano cam track. That's not on now until I'm doing a concert, of course. There's a lot going on in here. Woohoo! How you doing? Welcome to the show. Love to have you here. Right, let's carry on. Should I just get out my Tesla swing? Should I get out my Tesla swing? Hey, Sadavi, great, he said. What's happening, fellas? Alex, Liston, Maverick, bien, gracias. Saab, you're missing on Discord backstage. Yep, Saab, Shergill, bro, here. Me and Alex having great fun. Good afternoon. Watching Martyn live. Barefoot. G-string. Okay, steady on. NVIDIA Hollow is a scam. We've talked about that a lot. Yes. Right. Let me give you the numbers. Now then, if you are a smart investor, a wise investor, did you all, in fact, put in the chat right now, do you have in front of you right now the charts that we prepared for you so you can buy and sell and be a winner today? If you have the show notes in front of you from Sensei and myself from our newsletter, do you have the show notes in front of you? Say yes in the chat. If you don't, say no. Tell me the truth, because then I can help you. If you have the show notes in front of you, if you have all the technicals you need for the earnings right now, the buy zones, the sell zones, say yes in the chat. If you don't, say no, I don't. So, LEB, I'm up 30%. Oh, she said, where can I find them? Marcus says no. I'm 30% up on NVIDIA. Congratulations. BTC back to 40. No. Mahir says yes. How come everyone's saying no? We gave them to you. What are you doing? No. What are you doing? How come everyone's saying no? We gave you all the buy zone, the sell zone, the support levels, the technical charts. How many times? Everyone's saying no. No, I don't. No, I don't. Where are they, please? Unbelievable, this is. No. Has anybody got them? What's going on here? No. Everyone's saying no, they don't. This is ridiculous. Right, Mahir Ahmed says yes. Mahir has it. There we go. Mahir is prepared. He can make some money. I can make some money. Everybody else, no. One after another. Well, I can see we're going to need to fix that then. But it's your own fault. I should say, there you go. Ibby does. Yes, I do. That's two people does. I'm enjoying my shares of NVIDIA and holding. So I guess I need to help you then. Oh, Ibby. Yes. Unbelievable. Well, here we go. I'm now going to show you the information. Already in, says Saab. Please help us, LEB. Okay. You can't make money if you don't have all the information to hand. We've done all the work for you. And you've not even got the stuff in front of you. Okay, let me help you out. So, if you've not been paying attention to the channel for the last 3 or 4 days, we are celebrating our 4th anniversary in 2 weeks. And we're also celebrating about to hit 100,000 subscribers. So we're giving you stuff, lots of stuff. Look at this, another 10 in the last few seconds. If you're not in the 100,000 before we hit 100,000, which could happen literally in a couple of weeks now. We anticipate sort of by the end of June. It could happen in a couple of weeks. If you're not in, you're going to miss the biggest party you've ever been to for the members and the Discord and for the subscribers. Make sure that you are subscribed. So to celebrate this, we are doing stuff for you. There's another one. There you go. We're doing stuff for you to celebrate for our 4th year anniversary on the show. So what is that? Well, everybody that we know, we've spent 4 years researching, gives you stuff to make them money. It makes them money. Either they make videos to make them money, or they sell training programs to make them money so they can have money to invest with. We don't do that. What me and Sensei do is we're both very successful as investors. I've gone from 5,000 now to 366 plus 40. There you go. There's my money. Just over 400 grand. By the end of the year, I'll be at $500,000 by the end of the year. I've done that by being successful. So because I'm successful and Sensei is successful, you follow us, right? Because why would you want to follow somebody who's losing all the time? It doesn't make any sense, does it? So because of that, we could sell lots of products like training programs and data sheets so you can have all the information to trade on. Because we're successful, we could sell it, but we don't. I told Sensei to celebrate our 4th anniversary, we're going to give it all away. And we literally spent a weekend discussing the details of this. Ask him what it was like. It was a very tense weekend, but we got there, and I found a way to make sure that all of you get all this for free. That's my promise to you. So this is what we're going to do. You can have the show notes, and you can trade wisely today for free. So the first thing that you need is Discord. There is Discord. All right, let me put that in the chat. Okay, I put it 3 times. Discord is a premium service. It's $2.99, but the training course that we've given you is free. We've just added it for free. Discord is the lowest cost of any Discord that we found. And many others that do training courses sell their training courses for up to $100, sometimes a lot more. And then there's AI bots that speak to you. We do it all for free, included in the Discord $2.99. So it's already cheap and free, and now we're giving you the training course for free. But in addition to that, yes, there's more. We even give you one-on-one support with the training videos. That's the first thing. So has everyone done that now? Has everyone done that? Yeah, Ralla got it today. Because all of a sudden, I'm going to announce it's turned off. When you click that link, you come to here. Right? We've got 168 subscribers now. I'll refresh the screen. This was in the last 5 minutes. 168, 169. It's going up all the time. Now, at some point, when I've got too many questions to answer, or Sensei has too many questions, because we both do live questions supporting you, they'll go, that's enough. Because I don't want it to be thousands of people that I can't speak to. So at some point, it'll get too busy. So think on if you want it now. Read this. This explains what it's about. A lot of people don't read that one paragraph. They click join the server, and when they come in, all they see is the welcome page. They see nothing. You come in and you see just this message again. If you want the premium services, it's $2.99. It's the most cost-effective Discord server that exists on planet Earth. Purchase that. And then we give you the training videos. So you can learn to trade like Sensei does. And I'll show you how it works. Right at the top, training videos, Series 1, Part 1. You click on it. It goes over to here. And you see all the comments. And Sensei, myself, we're in there answering all your questions on the video. Now, you might say, where's the video? Go over to the right-hand side. Click the 3 dots. It says pinned posts. Where is it? Pins. And it takes you to the top where the video is. You see it? There's the video. This is Series 1, Episode 1. There's going to be one every single week, and there is your training video. This is Series 1, Part 1. And then you can ask questions on it. Everyone does, and we give you the feedback. You get that for free, okay? Now then, once it's gone, it's gone. All right, once we turn it off, we turn it off. We'll leave it forever for you guys, but we will turn it off from new people once it gets too busy, once I can't answer all the questions. All right, and there are many other perks in here besides that. Now, you want the show notes as well for the shows. You want to have the buy zone, sell zones for all the big events like this. Well, you can have that as well. This is today's newsletter. Every day, we send out the newsletter. This is the NVIDIA earnings tonight. Could be a make or break for the stock market rally. We have got all the information you need. We've got all the links for the show. We've got the show itself, so you can link to the show. You can share this on social media. We've got already YouTube channels using this as their information for their show. Can you believe it? There's all the analyst expectations. We've gone through it all for you. We've given you all the levels, all the numbers. Look at this, already done. We've got the risks. We've got the macro and geopolitical conditions, the market index impact. We've got forward guidance. The bull versus the bear. I'll go through this in a moment with you. All this for you. And then right down here, there is the levels. There's our price predictions you can use throughout the show. Who does this? pretty darn good. The levels, the prices, the reasons, and you can even comment. Great work. Again, Sensei. There you go. You can post that. Pretty cool, right? There you go. Great read. Oh, there you go. Matthias. Great read. Well done, Sensei. There you go. You can reply. I'm going to reply to that. This is my first reply. There we go. Thank you. How cool is this? Live and interactive. We also have a poll. I think we have a poll here as well. Let me give that a like. Back to the report. There's a poll in here somewhere as well. You can actually vote on the outcome. I won't show you that now, but it's on there. You can scroll down. Now, how do you get this? Guess what? Guess what? We're giving you today for free. This does cost money. If you buy the yearly plan, which is by far the most effective, it's around about $10. It's about, I think it's less than that actually. No, it's about $10 a month. Sensei spends hours doing this, and once you join this for the year, you've got this every single day for every single trade. And in fact, if you have suggestions and on the show you request it, we will add your stocks into this newsletter. You might, subject to editorial discretion, we might add this to the newsletter. So you'll have charts for your own stock. I mean, seriously, this is incredible, right? So how do you get this? I will give you the link to this now. You can get this right now, and you won't get emailed the newsletter. It's already gone out, but you can go and find it on the link I'm going to give you. There you go. I'll put it 3 times. Now, what you'll like about this is if you get it now, there's a 7-day trial. So you've got today's event for free. And then tomorrow, you'll have all the information to trade it tomorrow. You can get this now for free. All right. After that, it's about $100 a year. About $10 a month. The cheapest way of doing it is by the yearly, by a long way. And there you go. How about that? That's your show notes. All right. So we wanted to do something special for the 4th year anniversary. We're always trying to find ways to make the show more interactive, more supportive, and of course, alongside our Discord, there are many channels you can go into. Request, Ask the Family, the premium channel, and also down here, as I say, we popped in earlier. Should we do it again? We'll pop in again. You can see this is called the backstage behind the show. There they are. Look, there's Alex and there's Yestin Win working away, in Discord, chatting with each other. There he is again. Look, shall I? You know he wants to say something. So I'll oh, hello, Saab's jumping in. Hang on a minute, everyone's jumping in. Hey, there's more people in here. There's more people in here than watching the show. Is Saab on the phone? Saab, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
There he is. There's Saab. He's in there. Look, you got Saabi, you've got Yestin, you've got Alex. There you go. So this is all what we now provide on the Discord premium service. All right. Alex has got, yeah, we've seen it. Yeah, we've seen it. Yeah, we've got a bit of a YouTuberism going on in the in the channel. I'm loving it. I'm going to leave the guys to that. I've got to keep presenting the show, right? But isn't that absolutely wonderful? There you go. So these are all the services, and I promise you, we'll continue to find ways to innovate to bring you more. Right, any questions? What have we got here? Hello, everyone. Samuel Redner. Got it today. Watch the video. LEB, great stuff. LEB, I did see you actually come in. Don't forget, if you send me a friend request, I will accept it. All premium members that send me a friend request, I accept it. Hello, everyone. Samuel Redner. Got it today. What time does NVIDIA release earnings? In about 27 minutes. We'll be there live for it all. We'll cover the whole earnings. We'll be on the chart. Let me bring you the information. There we go. We'll keep it on the screen. 140 is my target. There's other targets you might want to go and check as well. We can go as high as 170. All right, so you might want to check all that out. Hi, everyone from Nottingham. NVIDIA on the moon, said Sunil. Anyone betting on earnings? Betting on earnings? No, I don't do betting. Look into Maple Finance. Oh, I think we got another member.
Dennis Harrison has become a member.
Dennis Harrison, another member. Look into Maple. Hang on, what we got here? Chatterbrains. Look into Maple Finance. There's an institutional asset manager for crypto. Just partnered with Cantor, Fitzgerald, and earlier. Traditional finance went on start tokenizing assets. Maple Finance. Chatter. Unfortunately, you're not a member. So when we do get people talk about crypto, we only share it from verified members because there's a lot of scams. So you're not a member. We don't know who you are. So I'm not going to go on about that. All right. Biggest dump ever tonight, says BTC back to 40,000. Why do you say that? There's no evidence to support that. There's every reason to say the opposite, because none of you are talking about the unwinding of the Japanese carry trade. It's happening again. There could be a big drop, and that money will go into Bitcoin. So just be a little bit careful when you're saying Bitcoin's going down. We do think there'll be a pullback. However, with the carry trade unwinding, we could end up seeing money flow quickly into Bitcoin. I wonder if I should actually tell you about that now. I've got a lot of information on that. BTC back to 40. Where is the dump? Just join Tar. Alex Hunt. What did you just join? I'm a bit confused tonight. I thought I was a member of the Discord server already. Our Discord and membership on YouTube. Yeah, they always were. Marcus Kloster. They always were separate. They were never connected. There was a free service for a while for founder members. However, there was a whole month for people to upgrade who had a 3-month or more badge, and not everyone did it, and the time has expired now. A lot of our founder members have done it, and I mean the ones that have been around for 1 or 2 years, they all did it. But a lot of you who only just got your 3-month badges, you didn't do it. Unfortunately, and now there is only a Discord premium, and that's the only way you get the training videos anyway, which you give you for free. So there's not a great deal in the free service anyway, and it's only $2.99. We can charge $50-$100 a month just for the training videos. Forget the newsletter, but we don't. We give it for free. My NVIDIA 157 June 6 call already up 20%. Congratulations, RIC. I've signed up today. Very easy to understand. Ibby. That's great. We love that. That's the idea. Investing does not need to be complicated. It doesn't need to be complicated, and we simplify it so you can make money. I knew on the Super Bowl of earnings NVIDIA Day, Trump would not be able to keep his tweet quiet. What do you mean? Break-ins, when Bond villain. I've just seen another new member. Oh my gosh.
Jose E. Acosta has become a member.
I cannot access the free newsletter, just brings up plans. That's correct. You sign up for the free plan. That's right. Okay. If I click on it myself, if you click on the link, you will come to this page here. This is by far the best way of doing it. Monthly is $10 a month. If you do it monthly, it's $15 and you don't get as much. The annual is the best way to do it here, but you can choose free. See, free right there. You choose this one and you'll get a taste of it. This is my current plan. This is why I'm showing you this. Free. Okay? If you haven't got that option, it means you've already used the free plan. You already had it for 7 days and it's run out. That's probably what you've done. And you want to get it again for another 3 days. Well, it doesn't work that way. Anyway, 140, let's go. Bitcoin is not 40,000. No, it's not. He was saying it was going to fall to 40,000. Do you always also analyze quantum computing stocks here? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We cover IonQ. I've got it right to hand here. There you go. We absolutely do. We've covered the earnings. We've analyzed the stock. We've made interviews here. We follow people that work there. We have direct contacts. Yes, yes, we do. I'm the guy at Maples Finance. It's a crypto. It's been very volatile. I don't know if I trusted. Okay, I think we've got some people promoting a crypto asset here. I'm playing a leap call till August. If it dips a lot, I'll buy another one maybe. The future looks bright for NVIDIA. I agree. Here goes NVIDIA. We've got about 18 minutes. We'll go to Wall Street in a moment. We'll bring you the live link in a minute. Another new member. Right, let me go through the analysis now. Let me just get through the lot. In fact, what I'm going to do is switch to members only comments because we're going to be very busy tonight. I think we could have 30,000 people in the call when it gets near the time. So we're going to switch to members only so I can answer every question, give everybody what they need. All right. Isn't it Eli or someone please tell me? I couldn't access it either. That's because you've probably already used the 7-day for free. Oh yeah, Japan. Let me just get Sensei on the line. Make sure that there's no issues. If there's a number of people saying something, we want to make sure. Let me make sure. Let me do this now. Hang on. Let me see if I can get hold of Sensei. I'm calling Sensei now. See if he answers. Yeah, pretty serious. Very, very serious. Yeah, the free plan only sends a message welcoming you and then tells you that you can get most. The free plan only sends a message welcoming you and then tells you that you get most with the paywall. No, you can actually see this latest one for free. I'm waiting for Sensei to pick up. I'm going to make sure I get hold of Sensei. I need you. I'm going to put I need you. There we go. I'm sending Sensei a message. We're going to get you that information sorted. If there is an error, we'll fix it. Right? Okay. Message in Discord. I will look out for a message from Sensei, okay? Here we go.
Finite to Freedom donated £2 through a super chat. 356 watching. Bet we can hit the 200 likes. Heart emoji, NVDA.
Right, I'm trying to get hold of Sensei. I will fix that. A few people have said they can't access the report from today. I signed up for the free plan, but it wouldn't let me access the content. Just did it today, first day. Right, Derek Vane, I'm on it. I'm on it. If there's an error, we'll fix it. Sandra, join the Discord Premium channel in the call, and the live chart is fantastic. I just tried it. There you go. Join the Discord Premium channel in the call. The live chart is fantastic. I just tried it. There you go. Sandra John. My new information about Virgin Galactic. Excited about any new information. I will be giving you more information tomorrow, but not in today's show. I'm buying a car soon. After that, I'm going to university in Poland. Lovely stuff. Yes, LEB. We thank you. Absolutely fantastic to meet you and talk with you. I've not met Sandra. How did you meet Sandra? It's all about Eli, but let me just go down here. Okay, I'm trying to get through all the comments. We're now going to members only because it got too busy. I signed today and didn't get anything except welcome, and you can get it behind the paywall. I got no taste of anything. Okay, I will solve this. I will make sure you all do. We are in trouble. It's a global problem. I agree. I should probably talk about that now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my link to Wall Street a second. Stand by. Just hold there a second. I've got to refresh the screen sometimes. Okay, here we go. Just a second. Okay, I've got my link to CNBC and the closing bell on Wall Street. So we're all ready. I'll bring it in here.
So logically, it does make sense if the
Okay, I've got that. I've got my Bloomberg feed running. I've got everything I need running, so we're all good. Now then, what I'm going to do now is I'm waiting for a response from Sensei. I will fix this. I will fix this. All right? You got my word on it. Sensei's going to get a call from me to fix it. Once you are on the newsletter, every day you get full content. Kinnear, you're saying the first newsletter I received was full of content. The following just a couple of sentences followed messages to upgrade to paid. Well, that's because you got the free plan. You were able to see the first one for free, and then if you want it, you pay for it, of course, because we spend. I have Sensei working on this all day, every day. It's his job. Can't possibly employ Sensei to work all day, every day, creating your charts and news for free. I mean, it's impossible. I'm sure you can appreciate that. Okay, so I just want to make that absolutely clear. But yeah, you should get everything. Here comes a dump before the news comes out every time. Here we go. Easy money is over. Yes, I'm going to explain that in a few moments. We're going to go over to the bell. I'm waiting for Sensei to call me back. We're waiting for the bell to go. Waiting for the news to come in. So in the meantime, while we wait for further news and clarification, I will give you my data for you. So first of all, here we go. We have got Wall Street is a strong buy. Quant is a hold. The valuations are extremely expensive, but that hasn't changed for the last 3 months. F. Growth is A, up from A minus. A plus profitability is the same. The company is a cash cow. Its profit margins are through the roof. Momentum is B plus. We are familiar with that. The revisions is B minus, down from A minus. Okay. We've got a short interest of 1%. No one is shorting this stock. Fantastic. No one is shorting it. The forward PE, very, very important, is rather attractive. It's expensive, but it should be. If we scroll down here and we look at the current PE, where we stand today, just bottom left-hand corner, it's 46.12. That is the lagging indicator. All right, that's the lagging indicator, whereas the forward-looking PE, that's on projections where we're going next, and tonight that could be vastly improved. We are looking at a forward PE of 32. Now then, to give you an idea, the S&P 500 was at 21 before the crash, but that was brought down by a macro trade because of tariffs. It went to 17.7 times earnings. That, with the fact that we had the under the 200 moving average and inflation and GDP and PPI and CPI all in good form, I then doubled up, used all my margin, refinanced, and got as much of the S&P as I could. That's why I've had a V-shaped recovery and why I've made nearly $400,000, right? Okay, so 17 times earnings is good on the S&P. It's been lower. It's been low as 9. However, a growth stock like NVIDIA is not going... Sorry, I clicked the wrong button. It's not going to be, 9 or 17. It's always going to be an inflated number because people are buying the future of the company. Now, you shouldn't be trading it now. You should be owning it, all right? I do predict a 140 on earnings. All right. Now I'll go into a bit more detail on the analysis. All right. And then I'll give you Sensei's analysis. I've got all the charts for you. And every one of you, if you are on the paid plan of our newsletter, you have the show notes in front of you. Those that are trying to get it last minute, you're missing out. But, lack of preparation on your part is not an emergency on mine. I like that phrase. I've been giving it for the last 4 days. You could have all had it, except a lot of you haven't got it, and now you all want it right before the earnings. Okay, that was a bit like when we did the Discord free upgrade. It was literally the last day. Everybody wanted a free upgrade, and then everybody got upset because they didn't get it. All right. So anyway. You do what you do. You've got to be prepared. This is a fast game, right? But anyway, let me break this down for you. Valuation. NVIDIA's valuation is challenging, with its price-to-book ratio of 41, significantly above the sector median of 3. This indicates the stock is very expensive compared to its peers, but it deserves to be, okay? Suggests it might be overpriced. Yes, it is overpriced. It's priced to perfection, but it all comes down to what we get tonight and will it grow into its price, and then it'll go up again. But you don't want to be trading this. You want to be owning it for that very reason. At some point, you want to stop buying it and keep your averages down so you've got a profit. So when you drop 20%, it doesn't matter. This stock can move thousands of percent. You know that if you bought it originally. I was in originally with the S&P. I was owning it for the S&P at those original prices. So you don't want to be chasing the stock. You want to own it whenever you can at a lower price. We recommended 85 and many of our members got it for that. Anyway. Growth. NVIDIA showcases outstanding growth metrics with year-to-year revenue growth at 114%, far surpassing the sector's 6%. The exceptional growth emphasizes NVIDIA's strong expansion and financial performance. Very good. Profitability. Well, no one gets close to it. NVIDIA boasts excellent profitability metrics with a net income margin of 56%. That's why you want to own the business. Significantly higher than the sector's 4%. It's not even close. This underscores the company's efficiency in converting sales into profits. That's why you want to own the business. Warren Buffett would describe that as a Coca-Cola. Momentum. NVIDIA stock momentum shows a one-year price performance of 26%, drastically outperforming the sector's negative 6%. Very nice indeed. Indicating bullish sentiment and strong investor confidence. Yes, but you got to buy it on the dips when you get the best value possible. 85, you should have been all in at that price. You shouldn't be buying it now. Revisions, like I'm not buying the S&P. It's the same thing. I own NVIDIA, but I'm not buying it today. I own it for the S&P and I'm not buying it now. I'm paying down margin. Revisions. The revisions present a mixed picture with 16 upward EPS revisions and 11 downward revisions in the last 3 months. While revenue revisions were more positive, the mixed EPS revision suggests uncertainty about future earnings. In summary, while NVIDIA demonstrates phenomenal growth and profitability, its high valuation and mixed revision trends contribute to a hold rating. Exactly. Suggesting it's neither significantly undervalued nor overvalued, enough to warrant a more decisive stance. So simply hold it, let it grow to 200 and then hold it. You've built yourself an ownership of a great business. That's what you want. Now then, Wall Street makes small moves ahead of NVIDIA. We're waiting. Everyone's waiting. We've got about 10 minutes to go before we get the information. Now, this is interesting. This was out shortly. Now, if you want this information, this is Seeking Alpha and Alpha Spread, where I get this source. You should pay thousands of dollars for this. And you, with me, again, you get this free trials as well. So there you go. Kathy Wood. ARK Invest ETF snaps up over 34,000 shares of NVIDIA just ahead of earnings reports. Whoop-de-doo. It made the headlines. 34,000 shares. Whoop-de-doo. Nothing massive. All right? Kathy Wood is very good at marketing, getting her name out there and promoting her products and then charging you a fortune to own them. 34,000 shares, whoop-de-doo, from ARK Invest. It's not a headline, but it made a headline. Just be careful. Kathy Wood will tell you to buy it. She'll do a little trade like that, get everyone to buy, and then boom. What happens? Down she goes. It's hardly anything, is it? It's nothing at all. It's not even significant. I'm surprised it even made the headlines, but it did, so I'm not going to give it any more attention than it deserves. We've got some upgrades, though. This is very important. Upgrades. NVIDIA sell to hold by Max Mottler. Hold to buy by Prop Notes. We've got some upgrades here on NVIDIA. This is very, very good. Analysts are giving it a hold and a buy now. We like that. Okay, let me go over to Sensei's presentation then. Now, I'm waiting for Sensei to call. The moment Sensei calls, I will pick this up for you. I'm sorry that I can't get him on the phone, but we're going to have to just wait until he's in the middle of a meeting at the moment, but I'm messaging him and calling him, annoying the hell out of him, I'm sure, but I will continue to annoy him until I get a response to bring to all of you. My priority is always and always has been to the Lucasades, my members. I will get you that information, but like I said, you've all left it to the day of the event, so it's kind of your fault anyway. Just saying how it is. Anyway, 9 minutes to go. We'll ring the bell. We'll get NVIDIA.
Ambition is a fuel and a fire.
There we go. We're watching it. So let's go through our report. We'll break this down. If you just tuned in, tap the like button. I'll tell you what I want to do. I'll do this now before I go through the report. I want to get 250 likes in 1 minute. You ready? Let's do it. Let's do it. $250 likes in 1 minute. $458 watching. I expect about 20,000 time the call begins. 54 likes. That's rubbish. We want 250 likes in 1 minute. Let's go. Let's get it shared out on YouTube. 3, 2, 1. We've now got 183, 184. Let's see it go to 250. That was a big jump. 195. I'm going to open up the phone lines so you can all join me on the call. Here we go. You want to be with me on the call? Here we go. Live video phone in. There it is. All members can be on the call, be on the show. Just let me know what name you're calling in on. 223. We want 250, and then I'll show you the analysis. I'm waiting for Sensei to call back. $234. 5 minutes to go before the bell goes. We've got the analysis, we've got the live earnings. If you want to call in, you can be live on the show. $238. We need 12 more, and then we'll get on to the news. Tap the like button. We're nearly there. 238, 12 more. There's 474 watching. Consider subscribing. If you are a subscriber, before we hit 100,000, you will be in the special 100,000 party. This is where we are now. 83,453. The countdown is on. All right. One more to go. 249. One more to go, and we've done it. We can get on with the analysis with 5 minutes before the bell goes. 251, and there it is. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Thank you very much. Saab is already calling in, I believe. There he is. He's already calling in. Let me just straighten this up a little bit. I've just got to fix this. There we go. That's done. Just bear with me a minute, folks. There we go. 260, we did it. Let me just end that a minute. Okay, and let me bring in our first guest. So we got Saab, big night for Saab. I think he's an investor in NVIDIA. Hello, Saab, are you an investor in NVIDIA?
Yes, sir.
You are indeed. A big night tonight. Are you excited? I like the hat, mate. I like the hat.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one. Interested to see what happens, but we've got a lot of orders. We've got a big backlog of orders now, right? So I think it's looking pretty positive. Not really worried about NVIDIA. Just gonna sit and stay in it for the long term.
Yeah. I'm excited. Okay, stand by. I'll be right back to you. We got Saab on the show this afternoon. If you want to call in, the link's in there. You can be live on the show. You can react to the show. You can react to the NVIDIA call while it starts. Right, with 3 minutes to go. The bell will go, and we're waiting for the numbers. And then, of course, I've got the analysis ready to go. I'm waiting for Sensei to call in. I'm sorry I've not been able to get hold of him.
So far, it's not really tripping any key wires. Yeah, session lows across the board. It just is what it is at this moment. Dow's down about 250. Gabrielle, you're looking at ANF, Abercrombie, which is a big mover today.
Yeah, it's a huge mover. They've been surging today. They're up at about 14%. It looks like that's where they're going to close. This comes after the retailer posted fiscal first quarter
market's dumping a bit
on the top and bottom lines.
I don't mind that.
Of course, the guidance was fairly weak across the board, but there are a few things that could be moving the stock higher. So Abercrombie saw revenue of $1.1 billion during the quarter.
We'll come back to that. We don't need to listen to any of that stuff.
It also raised its full year
no
guide,
interest in that.
Expectations. The company.
All right. I'm still waiting for Sensei to call in. I want to get him on the phone as quickly as possible. Let me go to question. In fact, what I'll do, because we've got 2 minutes, I'll give you some of these levels. Let me show you the levels that we've got. This was on the show notes today, and I want to find out why you haven't got them. If you are a paid member, I'm sure you have. If you're free, you may have run out, and this might not be available. So I'm going to find out why. Let me share with you. Here we go. These are the show notes. We've got a resistance. We've got a resistance at 149. 149, we've got a resistance level. We've got a high from June, 140.86. We've got our support level, 131.64. And we've got this zone here at 135.41. Moving averages, support level, support down there at 116.73. So what Sensei is saying, a strong earnings beat could see NVIDIA quickly break above 140 level. I have got 140 as my target, with the potential to retest 150 in a very bullish scenario. However, could see the stock approach those highs. Some profit taking may occur. That may occur. On the downside, a disappointing report might trigger an initial pullback towards the 130, 127. Not the 85 we had before, but I'll be talking tomorrow about the carry trade, further unwinds. That is a real issue. If that zone fails to hold, the next key support to watch is around 116, 116. Longer term, it may be wise to keep cash on hand in case we see a deeper correction. If earnings lead to a lower high and the stock trends downward, the $100 zone stands out as a strong support level and potential high conviction buy opportunity. Looking further ahead, the longer term is bullish, targets at 172 and 194. There's my $200 within 12 months, assuming strong fundamentals continue to align with the bullish technical momentum over the coming quarters. Okay, we're about to ring the bell in the next couple of seconds. Here we go. We'll go to Wall Street for this. Here we go.
It's still like fresh enough in our minds that we have to be careful about projecting out more than a couple of quarters how big the growth is going to be.
10,
but, we'll see. It's
9,
a great test for
8,
market psychology,
7,
for the willingness to believe.
6,
and it's
5,
interesting to me
4,
that by all
3,
measurements,
2,
retail traders have been
1.
backing away from the stock when it was one of the favorite placings. They've moved on to other things. I don't know if that's a good.
The bell is gone. We're out of here. Cheers, everybody.
All right. Well, moment of
you want to get one of my glasses, there you go. That's pretty cool, right? That's the Martyn Lucas beer glass. MartynLucas.com. Sorry, MartynLucasShop.com. Cheers. All right. Let's see what happens now. NVIDIA up 0.1 after hours. The overall portfolio is taking a dip. I'm not buying this level. We are way up above my level. I'm not buying this dip. It would be pointless.
All 11 S&P sectors lower. Utilities, energy, the worst performers there. Retail in focus today, too. Capri, Macy's, and Abercrombie & Fitch all reporting, all cutting full-year guidance due to tariffs. Shares of Abercrombie, though, did post their best day in 2 years. Box soaring after reporting strong results, giving better-than-expected guidance. FICO recovering from yesterday's losses. Baird upgrades.
They're not saying anything yet. We're on standby for the NVIDIA numbers. All right, so stand by. I will give you some more data then. Stand by. There's some more data. We're waiting for Sensei to call into the show, and I'll bring you some more and find out what's going on here. So there's all the numbers. Let me scroll down. Good luck out there, whether you're trading the reaction or just watching. This one's worth paying attention to. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. I like it, and we do have people reading it because there's Matthias, you see? You said you didn't get it. Matthias has got it. Matthias is reading it. He's liked it, replied to it. I've replied to him. Great read. Well done, Sensei. All right. Let me take you to the top. There was the chart we had. These are the levels that we've got that we're looking at. We'll keep that there a minute. And let's see what happens. We need the call. We need the numbers. Let me go back over to my other report here, and let's check the latest news. Let's go over to news as we wait. Wall Street moves, we've already got that. Okay, we're just waiting now for the numbers to come out. All right, let me keep on that chart for the minute. Exciting evening. Right. If you want to call in and be on the show, you can. Our numbers are coming up now. It's going to get very busy on the show. I think we're in members only mode. I think we are. We'll welcome everybody in just for a couple of moments to give everyone the chance to say hello. We'll go to subscriber mode just for a moment. So let me know if you're here. All right, we're in subscriber mode for the next 5 minutes. So please be respectful. We are an investment channel. We don't tolerate, we have zero tolerance for trolls, bots, scammers. We're just not interested in it at all. We are real investors. Everybody here is an investor. Everyone here has got real money on the line, and we ain't got time to mess around. So if you want to leave a comment, what you feel, what you think, leave me your thoughts now in the comments, and I'll show as many as I can on the screen, and I will answer as many questions as possible. Salesforce, huge beat. Dylan Wilson, thank you. Rain says hi, hello. There was a gap to fill at 131, says Iberian Wolf. Kimberly, I'll try and read all the comments I can. I'm going to say, for some reason, my tie tonight is really tight. I don't know why. Maybe Saab goes.
It looks good, though.
Yeah, it looks good, but it ain't comfortable, mate. Oh dear, what's it like? Oh my god. Another one at 117. Let's go, said Nicholas. Hey, yeah, said NVIDIA pump. Good. Actually, I'm going to say, wonder if I can do this. No, I'll leave that there for a minute. Hell yeah, NVIDIA pump. We're waiting to see and watch. It's diving at the moment. Gorilla is covered today. Gorilla is covered today, Martin. Sorry, I don't understand the comment. Hi, Martin. What time is the earnings? Now we're waiting for the numbers. We're waiting for the numbers. Let me just take that off. I'll just move it. There you go. When I've got a guest, I'll put it up there. How about that? That's better, isn't it?
Perfect.
Isn't that better? There you go. Right. Will affect it. There you go. See, it's right up the top. Look. Smart money indicator 101. Alan Vanover, hello all. I'm trying to go for everyone's comments on the screen now. If you're quick. Time for the new marathon. Hello, man. Hello, from Greece. Please pump Zebek. No. I will not pump Zebek. I will do what's right for my members. And you are one of my members. I'm only doing what's right for you, there's no benefit to me pumping and lying and scalping, and I just don't do that. Space to 272. I want to buy the dip. Oh, it's not 272, is it? No, didn't think it was. It's 346. I wonder what that was about. Great channel, new subscriber. Tuttle Creative, thank you so much indeed. Are you new here? Let me give you a trip around the studio. There you go. This is a little look around the studio. I'll give you a couple of different shots. There you go from the back. From the very back, that's behind the scenes look. We've got this camera. Hello, how you doing? We've got the back there. We've got news today. We're going to be focusing on all of this. We're looking at the XRP, ZBCN, ZEBIC, there it is, but responsibly. Bitcoin, I've got some big news for Bitcoin. NVIDIA rate cuts, Fed, are you in? All of that will be discussed on the call as well. We've got our star guest phoning in as well. We've got one of our members here calling in. You too can be on the show. If you are a member, you can join Saab. We can have 10 of you on the screen like this all around me. There are 10 spots. It's first come, first serve. You see Saab down there in the bottom screen. Hello. All right, let's get ready to rumble. Okay, NVIDIA is coming up now. Let me go back to Wall Street.
Q2 revenue.
We're waiting.
Pure guiding to 845 million versus 842 expected.
This is Pure Storage.
CEO Charlie Jen
Just something else
about the results. He told me product revenue is a particular.
Here we go. NVIDIA's coming back up now. Here we go. The S&P will bounce in a minute.
Not going to raise the guide for the back half of the year just yet. Also, the CFO is transitioning out.
Nobody goes broke taking profits in crypto. That's true. Need Virgin Galactic to pump.
Being named. Let's get back to
Hi from the UK, NVIDIA.
On Salesforce with that.
I want to dip so I can buy. Happy, says James Pugh.
Right now in overtime, Steve.
Yeah, John, that seems to be on the guidance here, which is just beating expectations all across the board, both for Q2 EPS and Q2 revenue, which is the current quarter we're in right now, and full year EPS and revenue also beating expectations. And then another little interesting note here that expecting a currency tailwind, Salesforce saying we know what the foreign exchange rates have been doing recently there with the dollar. So that seems to be boosting Salesforce as well. We see shares now, they're up 5% here after market. Guys, I'll send it back over to you.
Indeed, Steve, thanks. Brooke, what should investors do with the top-heavy S&P? Quite a few large stocks, technology
stocks. We'll come back to that in a second. Let me open an extra tab, another one I didn't think I would, but I'm going to anyway. Going to keep my eye on so many things at once for you. We've got a lot of people just joined, so I will give you some more analysis. We've already read out, but I will bring it to you again. So just while we're waiting, any second, please tap the like button. We've got nearly 900 watching now. If everyone could tap the like button, it would share it out to more people on YouTube. It would be great. We'd love to be able to meet people around the world. We've got 69 countries. We're trying to get the whole world to join us. So please tap the like button. If you subscribe to our channel, we'd love to invite you to our special party at 100,000. All those subscribers and members that were there, as we get to 100,000, will be shown a special party. 83,000. Whoa, it's going now really quick. Could we get to 84,000 in today's show? That would be amazing. Thank you ever so much, everybody who has joined us today. So thank you very much for that. NVIDIA is coming up. I've got $400,000 invested, so I'm, really in with you. This is all my money. $400,000 invested, nearly $500,000. What's happening here? I'm just checking. I'm waiting for here from Sensei. There we go. I'm just waiting for him to call me back. Well, we're waiting. There we go. It's going green. Let's wait for the numbers and waiting NVIDIA results.
Plenty of growth stocks that are
we are waiting. We're on standby. So just stand by a second. Now, what I'd like you to do is that you might want some of these things. If you'd like to become a member, we'll go members only shortly. It's only a couple of bucks. There's a link. If you're on a browser, it is a desktop version. If you want to follow me on X and Instagram, I give you all my trades, my posts, the news, everything. My private CEO interviews, they're all on X. There you go. We're waiting for the results any second now. Also, if you want our Discord, there we go. We now have a free training program. We do training videos for you once a week with one-on-one support. Here we go. Here we go.
The details. Hi, Megan.
Hey, Morgan, that's right. The news here being that the Trump administration has told U.S. chip designers to stop selling their software to Chinese groups. Now, that's according to the Financial Times, citing several
breaking
people
news
familiar
here
with the matter. They say the Commerce Department sent letters to electronic design automation groups, that those include Cadence, Synopsys, and Siemens EDA, all of which had been down initially, now back up, it looks like, after hours. But they say it's not clear that all electronic design automation groups got this letter. But this is, of course, the latest step as the Trump administration is looking at different ways, continuing the Biden administration's moves to try to slow the Chinese rollout of advanced AI systems. Now, I spoke with people inside the building here about this story, and a Commerce Department official on background told me this, saying the Commerce Department
on
is
standby.
reviewing exports of strategic significance to China.
Nearly 1,000 people watching now. It's a big night. Everyone tap the like button. We're getting very excited. This could be a huge night this evening.
Pending. So not a specific confirmation or a denial of this story here, but clearly there is some action going on, and we have seen so far in the last 30 minutes or so the impact on those stocks. Morgan?
All right, I'll take it. And of course, there is a trade negotiation going on at the same time. Megan, thanks. So speaking of Synopsys, its earnings...
We're on standby. Alert, alert, alert. Is this it?
Yeah, and that's why we're seeing a little bit of a turnaround in the stock.
No.
So let's talk about the
Synopsys EPS
coming
beats
in at $3.67 adjusted, higher than the street anticipated.
Right,
Revenue
let's break a record. There's 1,000 people watching now. Wonderful. Let's get 500 likes.
Q3 guidance.
Because only 50% of you are signed in.
That'd be perfect. To $3.87 billion. The street was anticipating $3.97. So a little bit of a miss there. There was a line in the press release, quote, "We're poised," from the CFO, "we're poised to deliver a solid second half, and we're reaffirming our full-year revenue and operating margin guidance, reflecting our confidence in the business and demand for our products." And we're not seeing any impact for the tariffs either in this guidance. There's no comment in this whole release about China, given the news that we just heard from the FT and of share, revenue share comes from China. So we'll see in the coming days. But I did reach out to Synopsys, and they're not commenting on this story thus far.
Okay. Christina Partsinevelos, thank you. Thanks. And shares of Synopsys are up about 1% right now after falling in the final moments of the regular trading session. Well, we are moments away from NVIDIA's earnings.
I will keep that on hand because we're not there yet. So just going to go back to this. We're at a very, very exciting evening this evening. If everyone could tap the like button, we could get a record number. The record number likes we ever had was 1,100. That was our all-time, and we're halfway there. So it'd be great if we could get, we're just under half. It'd be great if we could get an all-time high tonight. So if you just tuned in, I'm on standby for the NVIDIA earnings. We're going to cover the call. You can be on the show. If you'd like to join our guest, we've got Saab here, who's an investor in NVIDIA. We got 10 spots, so 10 of you can be on the show. So we're waiting now for... And let me just read this, okay? What's this?
NVIDIA. Basically, the PE is lower now than it was right before the huge AI investment boom.
Yes, it is. Price to earnings is good.
Well, it is true. And this is basically the peak you want to look at right there. That's after ChatGPT. But this, to me, is the market kind of front-running the fundamentals and knowing that there was going to be this bonanza of massive earnings growth. And so it's a question of how much you pay on a forward-going basis. We are still
34 times earnings. It's a good price.
To compare this to Apple, back when it entered its hyper-growth profit phase after the first generation of iPhones became ubiquitous. This is back here in the 2010s. Look at how low the PE got, below 15. It was a super cheap stock forever, even though earnings went up by 7x between 2009 and 2012 or so. So it shows you not that this is going to happen to NVIDIA, but sometimes the market kind of gets ahead of it and then needs a show-me situation to say, okay, maybe this is a viable ecosystem for services and everything else, and we can re-expand the multiple later. That's what happened with Apple, guys.
Interesting. Well, we are looking for it, Mike. And in the meantime, on the AI trade, C3 AI earnings are out. That stock popping 15%
Here we go.
plus. Kate Rooney has the numbers. Kate.
No.
John, so it was a beat on the top and bottom line for C3 AI. You can see that reflected in shares here.
We're still on hold.
We'll start with that EPS number. It was a loss, but it was smaller than expected. 16 cents versus 20 cents, what the street was looking for. That was on revenue of $109 million.
We will be covering the call live. Stand by.
Also looking stronger than expected here. That came in at, actually, excuse me, it was slightly light, 87 million versus 96 million, which is what the street was looking for. and it was up about 9%. Also some news after hours at C3 AI and Baker Hughes are renewing a joint venture that's going to extend through 2028. Stock is down more than 30% this year. As I mentioned, it popped here. It's up more than 17%. I would note this is a highly shorted name. The short interest is about 19% of the flow. That's about 4 times the average. So you tend to see these outsized moves. But it was a beat in the quarter for this name, guys. Back over to you.
Yeah, it's moving around a lot. Kate, thanks. We're going to keep watching it. So lots of earnings, including C3, already out, but several more still to come. When we come back, we're going to get results from HP.
And at 4:20, the big report everyone is waiting for. We'll get numbers from NVIDIA, an instant reaction to those results.
Right, we got 4 minutes then. Okay, so I got 4 minutes. We've now got exact time. We've got exactly 4 minutes for the NVIDIA earnings. Now then, we've got 4 minutes to tell you everything we want to do. So you ready? The first thing we're going to do is have some fun, really quick. Everything's going to happen really quickly now. Let's see if we can get... let me press this button. Where did it go? There we go. Oh, why is it not working? There we go. There we go. I thought it wasn't working. Right, are you ready? We got 4 minutes to go. We want to get everything done in 4 minutes. What are we going to do? Here we go. Number one, we want to get 600 likes on the show, and I'm going to give you all the good stuff. We've got 1,161 people watching. There you go. Hey, I've broken it now. Here we go. It's all moving really quick. 1,175. Let's get 600 likes. We're now at 463, 464. Let's go. That's job number one. NVIDIA's now popping up. Here it comes. Go, 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 go. Let's go. We're on 600 likes, 465. Come on. In 10 seconds, let's get 500. It's a big night. We got 4 minutes to go. 468. Come on, and when you've done, please click subscribe and ring the bell because we're about to have a 100,000 party. There we go, 83,506. When we hit 100,000, whoever is a member on that day, we're going to get a very, very special party. You're going to love it, I promise you. Everybody who's a subscriber and a member on that day, there's another one. Okay, here we go, back to the count, back to the count. We got 503, 503. That'll do for me. Cheers, thank you very much. Woo! That'll do for me. That's pretty good. Let's end it there. 520 already. Now we've got just over 3 minutes to go. Let me bring that back up to there. Let me press that button. All right, I'm getting all confused there for a moment. Okay, now before we get to the 509, 510, the subscribers, 511, it's going around really, really quick. Look at this. Let me show you. Look at it rolling around. It's just rolling around consistently. Oh, there she goes. 100,000 just round the corner. Come on, come on. We predict in the middle to the end of June we'll be at 100,000 and you will be in the best party you've ever had. I promise you that you will have the best party you've ever seen on YouTube. All right, there's an advantage with being the world piano man. I know how to put on a fireworks show. All right, that's all I'm going to say. Okay, so let's get ready. We got now 2.5 minutes to go. These are all the links you need. There's my X. This is my X account. I've got a poll running on X right now. I've just dropped X in the chat. I'll do it again. We've got a poll running on X. I want you to vote. Is it a beat or a miss? You're saying a beat. This poll is already over, but we got another one. Is it a buy, hold, or sell on NVIDIA? Share this out. Click the like, click the repost, and vote on it. Have you got the inside charts? We sent you out the inside charts if you're a subscriber to our newsletter. Every day we get a newsletter goes out. Here is the newsletter with all your charts, information, all the information ahead of the earnings here in the chat. It's a free trial, 7-day free trial. I've got Sensei calling in a minute to tell you all about it. There it is. If you want our free training, we have a free trading video course with one-on-one support. There it is on Discord. Yep, I think we're the only channel in the world to do this. I know it sounds a ridiculous claim. I don't know if we are, but I wouldn't imagine if anybody else does it for free. We do it for free. It's included in our Discord Premium. We're giving it you for free to celebrate our 100,000 one-on-one training with training videos, a whole series, never going to end, every week. You're going to love it, and we're there to help. There's a training course. Right, let me go back to Wall Street, make sure we got it. Awaiting NVIDIA. Oh, let me refresh the screen. Don't want to miss that. Wait, don't want to miss that. Every half an hour, you have to refresh the screen. Don't know why. Seems a bit daft, doesn't it? Right. Let's get it ready to go. 30 seconds to go. Come on.
Whether it's Synopsys, Cadence, or Siemens, because you cannot make complex
awaiting
chips
NVIDIA
without this type.
We'll cover the call as well.
Now, there are.
I can see this hitting. If you want to beat, I can see this hitting 155, 160.
Yeah,
I can see it 15 to 20% today. I can see it.
Yeah. My target is 140, 200 within 12 months. So I'm trying to be a bit more conservative on that.
For that to permeate, because the Chinese are still using these three companies'
Standby.
Tools in mass.
Tap the like. Consider subscribing.
Angelo, at the same time, Jen Hsun Huang, CEO of NVIDIA, has argued that if you don't compete head-to-head with a lot of these in the China market, that you open the door for other competitors who might have an inferior product to step in. Does that hold here as well? Hold on. NVIDIA results are out. We are going through it. We're going to have to interrupt you, Angelo, with that.
My target was 140.
Your thoughts on this situation as it applies to NVIDIA and the design software players?
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, I actually agree with Patrick in the sense that it probably took longer than I thought.
I've got $400,000 invested.
Part of this was for trade bait, and if
this is a big deal.
Potentially see them get even more aggressive, maybe even on the chip.
Come on.
Of things, but we'll kind of wait to see how that all plays out. But no, I would agree with the context in the sense that, hey, listen, if you're empowering some of these Chinese players, specifically Huawei, in many respects, you're doing NVIDIA a disservice. But also in the same respect, if you're not selling,
you excited, Saab?
Preventing some of these,
155. Come on,
let's go.
China now, that does crimp some of the competition or competitive challenges out there for NVIDIA.
2%.
So, it could also be a positive out there for NVIDIA.
So, Pat, we're still doing some tap dancing here as we go through these numbers and what's expected to be a perhaps somewhat noisy quarter for NVIDIA, since we know that they took a charge, a $5.5 billion charge tied to China and those H20 chips. The counter to this is the fact that
give us the numbers.
Oh my God! Other markets with deals. Saudi Arabia and some of the
NVIDIA Global, incredibly strong. The demands is strong. I'll get the numbers. I'm reading it myself. Takes a second to digest it.
Yeah, I think those details should come out in the call, because NVIDIA has been pretty mum on everything it announced in the Middle East. There were some dollar figures.
CNBC a bit
we've
slow.
Got the numbers, Patrick. Hold on one second. Let's get to NVIDIA and Christina Parts.
Come on, you're slow.
Everybody's cheering here, but we are getting a beat on the top and bottom line. 96 cents adjusted. The street was anticipating 93 cents adjusted. That was wavering just over the last few days, so it is a 3-cent beat. Revenues $44.06 billion. Slightly higher than
my target was 140.
To your point about the write-downs, as a result of these new requirements, NVIDIA has incurred a $4.5 billion charge in the first quarter. Remember, they said that they were going to take a $5.5 billion, so possibly some more details coming as to when the rest of that will be hit. But and then data center revenue, because that's an important factor for their revenues, $39.1 billion, which was a little bit light of the street estimates on FactSet, guys. And I'll come back with a little bit more details on Q2 guidance.
Okay, we'll be ready and waiting. In the meantime, do not miss Jim Cramer's first on CNBC interview with NVIDIA CEO Jen Hsun Huang. That's coming up at 6 p.m.
Okay,
Eastern
so first reaction. Let me go through all the numbers.
Your initial reaction to what we just heard. Stocks popping.
I told you in my note we were going to have a double beat for the quarter. Seven consecutive quarters of double beats, and here we are.
I am happy with that. Let's break it all down. Let's break it all down. Saab, what do you think, mate? You happy?
The noise.
Mate, it's going to keep going up, I reckon. Yeah, 140 is just a second away, and I think it's great. It's going to be a good beat.
Yeah.
We knew we had all these orders with all these deals we've been doing. So great, mate. Great.
Yeah, very, very exciting. Let me start to go into the numbers. We're just waiting for more details to come out. We're listening to all of this.
Solid. I mean,
and we'll give you our analysis, what we said. Exactly what we said. 140. Sorry, 140 is my target.
Blackwell, it was 11 billion in the January quarter. Interesting to kind of see what it'll look like here this quarter. But clearly the shift towards those large-scale rackable systems will continue to drive that momentum on a sequential basis. I think that the number implies about 10 or 11%.
Okay, lot of waffle now. So let me just focus on what's important, right? We're waiting now for the call itself. We want to hear from Jen Hsun Huang. We want to hear about the direction of the company. Here is the official call. This goes live in 18 minutes. You'll see the call presented on this screen. I'll have it for you. We're going to cover that live. We're going to listen into the call. So we're like 20 minutes away from the official call. Now what we're doing is just watching, waiting to see if it go through my 140 target. I am in VU, which is of course behind SPY. Always is a few minutes behind SPY. So it'll take a few more seconds to react, but I would anticipate the whole market going up today. We're very close to my target of 140. There we go. It's starting to push through now. 138.88. Come on. Let me get my 140. Come on. Show me the money. Let me go through all the stocks and show you, and then we're going to break down the analysis, the charts for you, so you know where to go forward. This is my position. I've got $400,000 invested, so I'm fully in. The S&P is down VU at the moment. You just see it starting to move. It's always a little bit behind SPY. Virgin Galactic is down, trying to go up again. Palantir is up today. Gold is going down. 138.70 now on NVIDIA. Amazon is down, trying to push up. Apple is at 200 flat there. Look. Next year energy, NVIDIA is still trying to go up now, 2.8, 138.77, 138, 139, getting close to my target of 140. Enphase Energy going down, Coca-Cola and J&J going down, defensive stocks being sold to buy tech now, 139, we're there, $1 to go, that was my target. Tesla is down today, trying to go back up again, McDonald's going down, Google going down, Microsoft going down, NVIDIA, 138.92, just falling off that 130. Oh, there's 139 again. 139.36. Here we go. My target was $140. Is he going to be right? Again, we shall see. We shall see. 97.27 Walmart, Tilray Brands worth nothing. Robinhood going to $80. IonQ too expensive. Rocket Lab 28.95. Wow, has that come on? Plug Power, a big rally today. Oh, sorry, I need to go on this screen, don't I? Plug Power, a big rally today, but you should not be buying it. It's being manipulated again. I know I get contacted by Russian oligarchs trying to pay me to pump this all the time. I'm not joking. I'm being deadly serious. Bitcoin is up, down 1.69. XRP is down nearly 3% today. Go back to NVIDIA. Profit taking is coming in. That's why my target was 140. We were just touching 140, just below it, just a few cents away from it, and we've got profit taking. That's why I gave you the 140. See if it's going to go through the 140. The S&P, hopefully we're catching up soon. There it goes. Look, VU, we'll just catch up a little bit. That's where my money is. 138 going up again. Our vertical aerospace and Joby Aviation. We brought you this one before anyone was even talking about it. There's Joby Aviation up 28% today. And we are very proud of this because we had the world exclusive on this news, and it was in our newsletter before anyone even was aware of it. 138.42. Now then, we've got 16 minutes to go before the call begins, before the call is released. I will bring that to you. This was our analysis. There you go. I gave you the exact number, 140. This was my position here, what I said it would touch, and Sensei agreed. This is where we're talking, the high of 24. That's where I thought it would go to today. Sensei has got a resistance at 149. We've got a support at 131. Now, if you want all of this analysis, all of this, every single day ahead of all the reports, we send this out to you every day in our newsletter. It's $10 a month. You buy it over a year, and that's the best way of doing it. That's the only way to really do it. And you've got all the information we gave you, all the predictions, all the links to the show itself. There's the show. It's the show notes for the show. We give you we analyze the expectations. We give you all the numbers. We give you the risks. We give you the macro and geopolitical factors, market and index input, forward guidance, bulls versus bears. We gave you all of this. So we were very confident of a 140. It's not quite there, but it's just touching it. There's the competition. We gave you that. Technical analysis. There's the numbers. There's the charts. All this was sent out before the show today. I'm waiting for Sensei to call in because a couple of people said they can't access it for free because we have a free plan which gives you a trial, and they said they couldn't get it, but they left it to the last minute. So I'm trying to get Sensei on the phone so we can get a resolution to that. But anyway, 138.66. We are now on standby for the call. In 15 minutes from now, we'll have it. They're on a break. CNBC, come on, 138.60. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to comments. We're going to go to your comments, answer all your comments. So I'm going to switch over to, what are we in at the moment? We're in subscriber mode. So I'm going to go to members only mode. So if you want a comment, put on the screen, or you want to ask me anything about anything at all about anything, basically, that's why I say anything, call me, message me, and you can be live on the show with Sam if you'd like to be in, and I'll bring all your comments on the screen right now. So, Saab, are you happy with tonight's results?
Yeah, bud. That's what we were expecting. It was going to go up. Like, you would bang on there with 140. But I reckon as soon as Jetson comes on and shows you the guidance, it's going to start going up again.
Well, we shall see. I was very comfortable with 140, 200 within 12 months, but we have to get through all these tariff issues. But it's a nice beat, but let's just put it in context, folks. This is why, well, there's many reasons why I said 140, but if you actually look at it over time, just in a very simplistic way, you can see it's been beating earnings, but we have started to trim. We have started to come down. I wasn't going to get crazy. I mean, 140 is fantastic, folks. Really is. But I want to see it in a year from now. And I think we've got plenty of growth in the company. So that's why I gave a guidance of 140 and it just touched it. I mean, we didn't quite physically hit it on the nail, but very, very close. As you say, there could be some momentum when Jensen speaks. A lot of people say he's one of the greatest salesmen ever. And he is very pro his business and nothing wrong with that. But let's see. Oh, it's starting to go again. 138.40, 138.44. It's trying to push up. There are buyers in at this level now. Right, I'm in members only mode. Huge Google data breach reported. Thank you, William. NVIDIA data center sales up 73%. Let me go over to my news section. Wall Street ends lower ahead of NVIDIA's quarterly results. Yes, we know that. So NVIDIA, let me bring it out to you. NVIDIA non-GAAP EPS of 81 cents beats by 6 cents. Revenue of 44 billion beats by 810 million. That's the numbers, okay? Revenue of 44.06 billion, up 69.2% year on year, beats by 110 million. I mean, these are, amazing numbers. By anybody else, you'd be like, jumping for joy. It's because the stock is expensive that no one's like breaking out the champagne or anything, but it's really great. This is what Jensen says. Our breakthrough Blackwell NVL72 AI supercomputer, let me put it on the screen for you. A thinking machine designed for reasoning is now in full-scale production across system makers and cloud service providers, said Jen Hsun Huang, leader and CEO of NVIDIA. Global demand for NVIDIA's AI infrastructure is incredibly strong. AI interference token generation has sugared tenfold in just 1 year. Has surged tenfold in just 1 year. And as AI agents become mainstream, the demand for AI computing will accelerate. Countries around the world are recognizing AI as essential infrastructure, just like electricity and the internet. Okay, and NVIDIA stands at the center of this profound transformation. We are pushing through now. We're going back up again. 138.43. We're pushing up again. NVIDIA's outlook for the second quarter of fiscal 2026 is as follows. Revenue is expected to be 45 billion versus 45.66 billion, plus or minus 2%. This outlook reflects a loss in H20 revenue of approximately 8 billion due to the recent export control limitations. There we go. That's what I was talking about a few moments ago. The tariffs. This is why I gave it a 140. And may I say, again, you see, my predictions seem to be about right. We're very close to that 140, aren't we? We're not just screaming through it. Anyway, there you go. GAAP and non-GAAP operating expenses are expected to be approximately 5.7 billion and 4 billion, respectively. Full year fiscal 2026 operating expenses growth is expected to be in the mid 30% range. Now we've got GAAP and non-GAAP. Other income and expenses are expected to be an income of approximately 450 million, excluding gains and losses from non-marketable and publicly held equity securities. GAAP, non-GAAP tax rates are expected to be 16.5 plus or minus 1%, excluding any discrete items. There's the numbers for you. Back to the chart here. 138.81. My analysis was spot on. 140 was my target, and we're just like $1 away. There you go. On earnings, I said, not tomorrow or a week from now or whatever. On earnings, I said 140. And the earnings is exactly 25 minutes away, if you don't want to include the data which is already out. So whichever way you slice it, I think we're right. Anyway, there you go. Now then. As we await, we've got 8 minutes to go. My screen will change. This screen here will be refreshed in 9 minutes, and I'll have the official earnings call presented to me there, and I'll be able to bring it to you. So we've got that to look forward to. Listen to Jen Hsun Huang this evening. Very, very good. So while we wait, there's a few things. I'm waiting for Sensei to call in. I've reached out to him every way I can. And I am actually bugging the hell out of him, but there you go. I've got members requesting things. I want to get it solved. 139.25. I will keep trying. Well done on your forecast. Thank you, William. Very much appreciate that. Yeah, very much appreciate that. 140 easy. Market's not strong at the moment. Pumping it doesn't make sense. Happy Wednesday, buddy. Alex, happy Wednesday. JJ 8 Ball. I only wish I could get hold of Sensei. It's very frustrating. I know where he is, but I'm trying to interrupt him. 139.43. I'm 60 cents away now from my target. All right. So we're just 6 minutes away now from the screen refreshing. So I've got 6 minutes to invite you to follow me on X. If you'd like to click on the X right now, what I'd like you to do is see how responsive you are. I've just given you my X in the chat. Here is my X. Is my show tonight on X. I would love to see this get reposted. We've got 1,143 people watching. Could everybody go and repost? Let's have a target of 10 reposts and 20 likes. That would be great. If anyone could do that, that would be really, really nice. I'll come back to that in a second. I have got a very important poll here. This is our community page. This is what trends on Google, the most powerful poll that we have. Vanessa says, it's okay, Sensei has a life. No, he doesn't. Not when it comes to my members. You are Sensei. You are Sensei. We spent a weekend making sure that I could bring you this training course for free. And what do you reckon? What do you reckon, Saab? Does this look like a face that's always nice? What do you reckon?
Not at all. No. I can just imagine.
Poor old Sensei. Anyway, yeah, so no, I'm sorry, but Vanessa, I'm going to keep hounding him until I get a result. That's it. I don't care where he is. That's the deal. 139.84. My target was 140. Are we going to hit it? Am I going to be spot on again? Come on. 139 in 3, 2, 1. Come on. Give me 140. Give me 140. 140 is what I said. 140 is what I said. Come on. Come on. Come on. I said 6 months ago. 6 months ago. 6 months ago. There it is.
Hey.
There you go. Spot on. All right. Okay. All the rest is gravy. All the rest is gravy. Congratulations, everybody who's holding this now. Very, very nice indeed. The S&P will follow probably tomorrow. That's how you'll see it go. So one of my little top tips, remember what I said? Remember the top tip I gave you? If you buy VU, it's behind SPY by about a minute. And it works best on Apple, Apple being the biggest position in VU. However, I think NVIDIA is about third or fourth. It's behind Microsoft and Google. I think it's like third or fourth. You might still be able to get a bit of a move. So if VU is down at the moment, like it is, I bet you SPY, if I go to SPY might be slightly ahead of that by about a minute. You can get yourself a bit of VU and know it's going to go up. It works better with Apple. Right, you can see that. Look, SPY is up after hours 0.28. VU, second the same. After hours, no, it's about the same now. It's caught up. Okay, forget that. It's already the same. It's already matched it. Okay, but you get about a minute in between. It's worth mentioning because you can sometimes do well on that. Anyway, it mainly works with Apple. That's the one I always suggest. Anyway, 140 was our target. It touched 140, and that's it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm done. My job is done here. So we're waiting now. We've got 4 minutes to go before I can bring you the call. So I've got a couple of seconds. Did you all vote on the community page? This is what trends on Google. This is, I want to know if you are bullish, bearish, or undecided. There's the community page. Let me show you. So we've got beat or miss. I asked you. 97 voted. Let me refresh the screen. It's now 128. Yep, 79% of you were correct. It did beat. Congratulations. I'm really happy when our members are spot on. It means we're all learning together. If all my members were like miss, I'd be like, what are we doing here? What's going on? I didn't say that. Right, NVIDIA. Next question was, is it a buy? Hang on. What was the question? What was the question? I was asking you here. We all have the buy sell. We have all the buy sell levels and deep analysis. I don't even know what I wrote there. What the hell? I wrote this. I'm thinking, what was I saying here? We have all the buy sell level. Yeah, we do.
Is it a buy or a sell?
Yeah, buy, hold, or sell. I just didn't ask you it. I didn't ask you it. Anyway, buy, hold, or sell. 56% say buy, 24% say hold, sell 13%, undecided. I like that. You're very sure of the stock. That's great. Again, we must be doing a good job. Everybody, only 7% were like, I don't know. 13% say sell. Which is good. You shouldn't be selling this. Hold, yeah, that's right. And so is buy. So either one of these, I'm happy with. So that's really great. And what was the last question I asked you? The last question I asked you was, are you bullish? There you go. Bullish. Yes, bullish. 68%, 18% bearish. So there you go. That's good. I'm really happy with that. Hardly anybody undecided. That had 319 votes. So I'm really pleased with that. I can close that down now. I don't need that open anymore. Marvelous. Right. We're 140. There it is. Straight through the target now. Looks like you have a good point now, Saab. You said when Jen Hsun Huang speaks, it'll go up a bit more. He does tend to trend the stock. So we could be in for a bit of a run if you're right.
Yeah, I mean, hope so. I mean, if he could take up the other stocks as well with what he says as well, because there's so many people relying on his hardware. So
yeah, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I'm just waiting to see everything else go up. Now then, we've got 3 minutes to go before we get the presentation. So while I'm doing this, I gave you the X. Let me go back to X and see if anyone did it. See if anyone did what I asked. We got 18 likes. Did we get any repo? Oh, you did it. Oh, beauty. I asked for 10. We got 11. Beauty. Thank you ever so much, everyone who did that. I really appreciate that. Let me engage with you now. So if you follow me or you leave a comment, I will reply to you. We got some new followers. We've got CD Casper. Welcome to you. We got Nunn. Hello. Welcome, Nunn. Gavin H. I love the names you come up with. Diego Morales and Shovelhead. Always a good name. Always a good name to call yourself Shovelhead. It's the first name I thought of. When I created my account, it's like, should I go with the name that my parents gave me 56 years ago? No, bugger that.
Casey Grijalva donated
I want to be Shovelhead.
$4.99 through a super chat. Just sold my 3,081 shares of NVIDIA at $140.
Oh, hell. Well, how about it? How about it? Bloody hell. Let me just do a quick calculation a minute. Let me do a quick calculation. Was that 3,081? Hang on, let me get my calculator up. Let me get my calculator out. What was that then? Let me do it. Where is it? Calculator. This is my phone, my personal phone, by the way. So there you go. You can see what apps I got.
431,340.
What was it?
$431,340.
Bloody hell. I like how quick you were. Look at that.
Ka-ching.
Yeah. Ka-ching. All right. How about it? How about it? JJ 8-ball, 431,340 grand. Bloody hell, mate. Well, is that on your brokerage account? Is that within your first 12 months? So you got 20% tax on that. But I'm sure you don't mind if you bought it for $80, or you could have even bought it for a few bucks. Who knows? Wow. That's some profit. 140.10 now. It's right around 140. I'm loving it.
Put 200 grand of that into XRP now. Go on, Keith.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Or buy some Zebek. You'll pump it up 50%. Oh, that sort of money. There. Or Virgin Galactic, you'll pump up 50% on that sort of money. Right. There's a thought for you. Right. Okay. Thank you ever so much for sharing that information with us. I really do appreciate it. Let me see why that did not play. I'm going to say save. Let me refresh that. Sometime when I turn them off, they go to sleep. Let me do a little test. There you go. Oh, it did play, didn't it? Excuse me, I'm brains
Kevin
fuzzy.
donated $82.
Ignore that. That's
chat.
Kevin, our famous
this is a
tester.
Test super chat message.
Yeah, that's a test. Right. So now then, we should have. There we go. Play lobby music. There it is. Mute the music. This is what NVIDIA is showing us tonight. There we go. So we've now got to wait 13 minutes. 13 minutes for the call to start. You'll be listening to Jen Hsun Huang. This is the official presentation, so we'll leave that on the screen. No point playing the background music. It just is, elevator music for 15 or 13 minutes. There's no point doing that. So I'm still waiting for Sensei to call. Vanessa's going, leave Sensei alone. Too bad now. You've let the cat out the bag. I'm on it like a bloody whip it up a drain pipe. I won't give up until he picks up the phone. And I'll keep ringing. I know where he is right now. He's gone to a conference this evening, and he's got his phone on silent. He'll be frustrated when he picks it up, though, I'll tell you that. Anyway. So, I can see Saab smiling, going, oh, he's in trouble now. Yeah, he is. Why don't you answer the phone? I've got people here, want the report. Too late now, mate. S&P Road to Recovery. Oh, hello, what's this report just coming in? Let me have a quick look at this.
Back, and then you rally back within 3% of that high like we did last week. You were at a new high 13 out of 15 times within the next 2 months, and only once did it take 6 months. So
wow.
The forward return 6 months later, you were higher every time.
There's no doubt about it.
What's unique about this period is that it only took 62 trading days to do that almost round trip. The only period even less than 100 days was 1998.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of parallels between the market performance now and the market performance in the 1998 period.
Okay.
And you can substitute headlines, AI versus internet. They're interchangeable, and you wouldn't know which period they were in.
Interesting. And Mike, I know you've touched on this before. I think about a dashboard you did for us, a chart you did for us last week, on this topic of 1990s versus now. One of the things I'm curious about, though, is the fact that you've seen this divergence through all this tumult the last couple of months.
Yeah, lot of waffle now. Yeah, there's no doubt about it in my mind that the S&P is going to an all-time high. 100% I've been saying now, but I wouldn't be buying it. I'm already in. I'm already fully invested. So I'm holding now. So now we just have to wait for 11 minutes before the call begins. So while we're waiting, I will tell you what's coming up tomorrow. Very, very important. GDP, first thing in the morning, 7:30 in the morning, Central Time, 8:30 Eastern. I'll be live with the GDP report just before. Growth, we want to see a medium growth. We don't want massive growth. We want the Fed to lower rates to promote growth. We don't want growth to be there and have to leave the rates where they are. 2 rate cuts this year is what I've budgeted for, and several. I don't know what it is next year yet. I haven't decided. But when I do, you'll know. And on Friday, the Fed's favorite, PCE, price price index on Friday. So we've got the growth rate tomorrow in the morning, and then Friday we have got the PCE. Very, very important. 2 very important days. We'll be there for all of it. You don't want to miss it. That's tomorrow morning. All right. We've got the fear index has been holding on green now for the longest time, just sitting there, doing nothing, just holding at green. Hasn't been going down, up, just sideways, just sitting here now for a couple of weeks, I think, with not a lot going on. Now then, just before the call begins, in case you're interested, we do have martynlucasshop.com, and you can get all the official merchandise, licensed product. Oh my God, look at this.
Casey Grijalva donated $99.99 through a super chat. Thank you for all of your information. Your program is amazing, Mr. Martyn L.
That is our second biggest super chat of all time. A $100 super chat. Wow. That is incredible. Casey, look at that, everybody. What an amazing thing. Casey, I can't thank you enough. What huge support. All of that goes into keeping the shows live. It goes into building the studio and keeping it the way it looks. It does cost money to keep the studio looking like this. So thank you for that. That is a huge, huge help to me. I can't tell you how much that helps the show, because videos is what makes YouTubers money. Live streams don't. You rely on memberships, super chats, and so on. So I can't thank you enough for that. That's absolutely huge. Amazing. If I get another one of those, I'll get the bottle of whiskey out and we'll drink whiskey and we'll celebrate. I'll get the whiskey out, we'll do shots. But that is amazing. Thank you so much for that. I can't thank you enough. I could just make videos like, you know, Graham Stepan and Andre Sheck. That makes them money. But I prefer to be, I'm an entertainer at the end of the day. I like to deal with my audience directly. I like to be live. And live videos is not how you make money. You make money from videos, ad revenue. But I like to be live with you. So those super chats are a huge help to me. Thank you so much. Thank you. I can't. That's amazing. Thank you so much. So anyway, wow. I'm blown away by that. I've not seen one of those for a while. There you go, $100 super chat. That's amazing. So there is the shop. If you'd like to get yourself one of my mugs or glasses, these are the official mugs. We pay XRP. We pay everybody the official licenses to be able to have the official merchandise. If you'd like anything from the shop, we got a great XRP. We got novelty t-shirts. You might like these. We've got the mugs. We've got all sorts of bundles. You can add things together, buy like Buffett. And XRP, we got an XRP hoodie. Look, you can buy the bundle, get free delivery, get free mugs if you bundle together, all sorts of stuff. Saab's got some of these things. There's the hoodie, t-shirt, mug, all sorts. Wow. Bloody hell, Saab, you just missed it, mate. I got $100 super chat.
I just saw that, mate. I just saw that.
I know.
Like Casey's made a bit of money there. He thought, well, you know, I'll say thanks.
Isn't that nice, though? Isn't that nice? No need to do
Awesome.
that. But yeah, it's a huge thank you. Right, 7 minutes to go. So we've got 7 minutes. Let me just tell you a couple of things before we go. I am waiting for Sender to call in and explain a few things to you. We're coming up to 100,000 subscribers. Our aim was to be the best, most live, most honest, trusted channel in the world. That's what I asked my wife. Am I doing that every day? Did I help people today? Did I do anything right today? And she says I do, so I keep going. So, wow, bloody hell, nearly 84,000. So what we're asking you, if you'd like to subscribe to our channel, everybody that subscribes to us before 100,000 will be in a special party. And as the world piano man, I know how to put a party on to celebrate this, all right? So make sure that you do join us before we get there, otherwise you'll miss it, all right? Tap the like button if you'd like to support us. Every show, it always helps us if you wish to do so. Oh, I think we have another guest joining us. So I'll put Saab in spot number 8. I'll answer the phone to our other guest who's been larking around all day in the special Discord channel. He's here, but he's behaving himself now. Look, he's taken his glasses off. He's still got his baseball cap on though. Look at that. Oh, he's got his glasses as well. There he is. Alex, how are you, mate? I love it. How are you, Alex?
I want to say, what a day. Like, it's been amazing. What we have done with Justin on, the backstage, that you allowed us to do that. It felt amazing. Like, part of the show, part of everything. Like, appreciate it.
Pleasure.
What a feeling. What a feeling. And seeing, like, we just commented about where we see resistances, support levels, and everything like that. I sold 2 shares, took a profit.
Why not?
I'm happy, to be honest, as I had another resistance at 141.19. Now it's 141.10. Let's go. Let's see.
Yeah. I wouldn't be selling the stock, as I said before. It's not one to sell for me. It's one to own. But that is the price to take profit, no doubt about it. And you did the right thing by taking profit. Let me just move this down if I'm going to be joining you on the call. Let me just put that over there. There you go. Yeah, absolutely right thing to do. You were spot on there. So I've got 4 minutes to go. Let me just do these other couple of things and I'll come back to you. So, yeah, absolutely. As I was just saying, folks, we're celebrating our 100,000. So we want to be able to do things that no one else does, right? Everyone has things to sell you. Yes, we have. You can buy a mug and a t-shirt. You can be a member, all sorts. But we do it where we know it provides value and service. And one of the things I said to you, I was joking, but I wasn't really joking at all. Actually, not at all. I had a very long weekend with Sensei to try to bring you something to celebrate our 100,000. And I said, I want to be able to bring people a daily show note, news and trades and everything else every day that we can compile our own news, our own data with your expertise, my fundamentals in a newsletter that everyone can get every day. And I also want to provide training to people for free. Not everyone can afford it. We want them to be able to learn to make money so they can make money themselves, okay? So we got it all sorted, and we now have it for you. So these are the things I want to offer everybody now. Let me just see how many people are watching, because this could be the last time I mention it. It could be, because if it gets too busy, we'll turn it off, and it will only be for those who've already got it. First of all, a training course. There is Discord, all right? There is Discord in the chat. Let me put that there. Oh my God, I got another super chat.
Moto A-Team donated $9.99 through a super chat. My wife said my buffet mug was too much and I just won $500 on along with NVDA. Let's see what she says now about it, my lovely mug.
Fantastic. Yeah, we know our mugs aren't the cheapest mugs. You can go to Walmart and buy a mug for 99 cents. No question, made in China and 1 million at a time. Our mugs are made one-off. They're individual. They're made for you. We pay license fees where, they are collector's items. They're one-off. They're not the cheapest mugs in the world. I know that, but they're as cheap as we can do it and to make it, make any profit at all. So I appreciate they're not a Walmart mass-produced mug that everybody has, but they are what they are, so I understand. Thank you so much, that super chat. But anyway, there is the Discord training. We've got 2 minutes to go. I've got to be really quick now. So we're providing training videos for you so you can learn how to trade. Every week we deliver a new one, all right? This is what Discord looks like when you click on it. I've got to be really quick. We don't just provide the video, we provide one-on-one training as well, plus many other perks. You saw Alex talking about he's having fun with Justin. There's a group channel where people get together and laugh and play games and all sorts. We've got 169 subscribers now. Let's see if it's gone up. 172. Bloody hell, it's going up quick. When I can't provide the service anymore properly, I'll stop it. Join server. You don't click that. If you do, you'll just go to the welcome screen. You won't see our premium services. We only charge $2.99. People without training videos and without one-on-one service have Discord servers at $50 and $100. We're $2.99. It's the lowest you can charge. That's what I charge. Purchase that. When you get in, you'll go to the top and you'll find the training videos, which I've now included for free. I'm covering the expenses. I've hired and I employ Sensei to do this now, and I cover this to make sure that you all get the chance to learn one-on-one with me, Sensei, and the videos for free. It's included in this service. And finally, just before I get on with Jen Hsun Huang, here is the newsletter. Every day you get the show notes, you get the trades, the scalps, everything else you need. There is a newsletter. There's a free trial. A couple of people just said they can't see anything with the free trial. I'm waiting for Sensei to call in and rectify that. I don't know why that is. I will fix it, but it should be fine. If you buy it, you should buy it for the year. It's the most cost-effective way. Only $10 a month for a training knowledge every single day. There you go. Anyway, I've got to get ready now. The call is about to begin. Let me go back to my panel. Let me bring my team in a second. If you want to call in, you can be on the call with Alex and Saab. We're waiting now to hear from Jen Hsun Huang himself. It's a wonderful evening. Let me go back over to NVIDIA at 1:42 now. Unmute the music, refresh the screen. Expect them to be a minute late. That's quite normal. Loading slides.
Yes. Perfect, and going live in 5, 4, 3.
Oh, this is a new thing. Wow.
Oracle up 3% as well.
Good afternoon. My name is Sarah, and I will be your conference operator today. At this time, I would like to welcome everyone to NVIDIA's first quarter fiscal 2026 financial results conference call. All lines have been placed on mute to prevent any background noise. After the speaker's remarks, there will be a question and answer session. If you would like to ask a question during this time, simply press *1 on your telephone keypad. If you would like to withdraw your question, please press *1 again. Thank you.
You excited, Alex?
You may begin your conference.
That's 142. You're not
Thank
like.
you. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to NVIDIA's conference call for the first quarter of fiscal 2026. With me today from NVIDIA are Jen Hsun Huang, President and Chief Executive Officer, and Colette Kress, Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. I'd like to remind you that our call is being webcast live on NVIDIA's Investor Relations website. The webcast will be available for replay until the conference call to discuss our financial results for the second quarter of fiscal 2026. The content of today's call is NVIDIA's property. It can't be reproduced or transcribed without our prior written consent. During this call, we may make forward-looking statements based on current expectations. These are subject to a number of significant risks and uncertainties, and our actual results may differ materially. For a discussion of factors that could affect our future financial results and business, please refer to the disclosure in today's earnings release, our most recent Forms 10-K and 10-Q, and the reports that we may file on Form 8-K with the Securities and Exchange Commission. All our statements are made as of today, May 28, 2025, based on information currently available to us. Except as required by law, we assume no obligation to update any such statements. During this call, we will discuss non-GAAP financial measures. You can find a reconciliation of these non-GAAP financial measures to GAAP financial measures in our CFO commentary, which is posted on our website. With that, let me turn the call over to Colette.
Thank you, Toshio. We delivered another strong quarter with revenue of $44 billion, up 69% year over year, exceeding our outlook in what proved to be a challenging operating environment. Data center revenue of $39 billion grew 73% year on year. AI workloads have transitioned strongly to inference, and AI factory buildouts are driving significant revenue. Our customers' commitments are firm. On April 9th, the U.S. government issued new export controls on H20, our data center GPU designed specifically for the China market. We sold H20 with the approval of the previous administration. Although our H20 has been in the market for over a year and does not have a market outside of China, the new export controls on H20 did not provide a grace period to allow us to sell through our inventory. In Q1, we recognized $4.6 billion in H20 revenue which occurred prior to April 9th, but also recognized a $4.5 billion charge as we wrote down inventory and purchase obligations tied to orders we had received prior to April 9th. We were unable to ship $2.5 billion in H20 revenue in the first quarter due to the new export controls. The $4.5 billion charge was less than what we initially anticipated as we were able to reuse certain materials. We are still evaluating our limited options to supply data center compute products compliant with the U.S. government's revised export control rules. Losing access to the China AI accelerator market, which we believe will grow to nearly $50 billion, would have a material adverse impact on our business going forward and benefit our foreign competitors in China and worldwide. Our Blackwell ramp, the fastest in our company's history, drove a 73% year-on-year increase in data center revenue. Blackwell contributed nearly 70% of data center compute revenue in the quarter, with a transition from Hopper nearly complete. The introduction of GB200 NVL was a fundamental architectural change to enable data center scale workloads and to achieve the lowest cost per inference token. While these systems are complex to build, we have seen a significant improvement in manufacturing yields, and rack shipments are moving to strong rates to end customers. GB200 NVL racks are now generally available from auto builders, enterprises, and sovereign customers to develop and deploy AI. On average, major hyperscalers are each deploying nearly 1,000 NVL 72 racks, or 72,000 Blackwell GPUs per week, and are on track to further ramp output this quarter. Microsoft, for example, has already deployed tens of thousands of Blackwell GPUs and is expected to ramp to hundreds of thousands of GB200s, with OpenAI as one of its key customers. Key learnings from the GB200 ramp will allow for a smooth transition to the next phase of our product roadmap, Blackwell Ultra. Sampling of GB300 systems began earlier this month at the major CSPs, and we expect production shipments to commerce later this quarter. GB300 will leverage the same architecture, same physical footprint, and the same electrical and mechanical specifications as GB200. The GB300 drop-in design will allow CSPs to seamlessly transition their systems and manufacturing used for GB200 while maintaining high yields. B300 GPUs with 50% more HBM will deliver another 50% increase in dense FP4 inference compute performance compared to the B200. We remain committed to our annual product cadence, with our roadmap extending through 2028, tightly aligned with the multiple year planning cycles of our customers. We are witnessing a sharp jump in inference demand. OpenAI, Microsoft, and Google are seeing a step function leap in token generation. Microsoft processed over 100 trillion tokens in Q1, a five-fold increase on a year-over-year basis. This exponential growth in Azure OpenAI is representative of strong demand for Azure AI Foundry, as well as other AI services across Microsoft's platform. Inference-serving startups are now serving models using B200, tripling their token generation rate and corresponding revenues for high-value reasoning models such as DeepSeek R1, as reported by Artificial Analysis. NVIDIA Dynamo on Blackwell NVL72 turbocharges AI inference throughput by 30x for the new reasoning models sweeping the industry. Developer engagements increased, with adoption ranging from LLM providers such as Perplexity to financial services institutions such as Capital One, who reduced agentic chatbot latency by 5x with Dynamo. In the latest MLPerf inference results, we submitted our first results using GB200 NVL72, delivering up to 30x higher inference throughput compared to our 8 GPU H200 submission on the challenging Llama 3.1 benchmark. This feat was achieved through a combination
ZBCN
of
up 20% from yesterday's 20%
as well as
drop.
9x more GPUs, all connected on a single NVLink domain. And while Blackwell is still early in its life cycle, software optimizations have already improved its performance by 1.5x in the last month alone. We expect to continue improving the performance of Blackwell through its operational life, as we have done with Hopper and Ampere. For example, we increased the inference performance of Hopper by 4 times over 2 years. This is the benefit of NVIDIA's programmable CUDA architecture and rich ecosystem. The pace and scale of AI factory deployments are accelerating, with nearly 100 NVIDIA-powered AI factories in flight this quarter, a 2-fold increase year over year, with the average number of GPUs powering each factory also doubling in the same period. And more AI factory projects are starting across industries and geographies. NVIDIA's full-stack architecture is underpinning AI factory deployments as industry leaders like AT&T, BYD, Capital One, Foxconn, MediaTek, and Telenor are strategically vital sovereign clouds like those recently announced in Saudi Arabia, Taiwan, and the UAE. We have a line of sight to projects requiring tens of gigawatts of NVIDIA AI infrastructure in the not-too-distant future. The transition from generative to agentic AI capable of perceiving, reasoning, planning, and acting, will transform every industry, every company, and country. We envision AI agents as a new digital workforce capable of handling tasks ranging from customer service to complex decision-making processes. We introduced the Llama Nemotron family of open reasoning models designed to supercharge agentic AI platforms for enterprises. Built on the Llama architecture, these models are available as NIMs or NVIDIA Inference Microservices with multiple sizes to meet diverse deployment needs. Our post-training enhancements have yielded a 20% accuracy boost and a 5x increase in inference speed. Leading platform companies, including Accenture, Cadence, Deloitte, and Microsoft, are transforming work with our reasoning models. NVIDIA NeMo microservices are generally available across industries and are being leveraged by leading enterprises to build, optimize, and scale AI applications. With NeMo, Cisco increased model accuracy by 40% and improved response time by 10x in its code assistant. NASDAQ realized a 30% improvement in accuracy and response time in its AI platform's search capabilities. And Shell's custom LLM achieved a 30% increase in accuracy when trained with NVIDIA NeMo. NeMo's parallelism techniques accelerated model training time by 20% when compared to other frameworks. We also announced a partnership with Yum Brands, the world's largest restaurant company, to bring NVIDIA AI to 500 of its restaurants this year and expanding to 61,000 restaurants over time to streamline order taking, optimize operations, and enhance service across its restaurants. For AI-powered cybersecurity, leading companies like Checkpoint, CloudStrike, and Palo Alto Networks are using NVIDIA's AI security and software stack to build, optimize, and secure agentic workflows, with CloudStrike realizing 2x faster detection triage with 50% less compute cost. Moving to networking, sequential growth in networking resumed in Q1, with revenue up 64% quarter over quarter to $5 billion. Our customers continue to leverage our platform to efficiently scale up and scale out AI factory workloads. We created the world's fastest switch, NVLink. For scale up, our NVLink compute fabric in its 5th generation offers 14x the bandwidth of PCIe Gen 5. NVLink 72 carries 130 terabytes per second of bandwidth in a single rack, equivalent to the entirety of the world's peak internet traffic. NVLink is a new growth vector and is off to a great start.
I've got Sensei in the chat answering your questions about if you've got a free trial, you should see the newsletter.
NVLink
Vanessa,
hyperscale
talk to Sensei. I've got him in the chat for you.
Build semi-custom CCUs and accelerators that connect directly to the NVIDIA platform.
I told you we'd sort it.
We are now enabling key partners, including ASIC providers such as MediaTek, Marvell,
Saab knew it, didn't you, Saab?
Technologies, and Astera Labs, as well as CPU suppliers.
I told you we'd sort it, right? We got Sensei in the chat.
To leverage NVLink Fusion to connect our respective ecosystems. For scale out, our enhanced Ethernet offerings deliver the highest throughput, lowest latency networking for AI. Spectrum X posted strong sequential and year-on-year growth and is now annualizing over $8 billion in revenue. Adoption is widespread across major
Vanessa,
CSPs
please talk to
and
Sensei.
internet companies.
You should see the report.
CoreWeave,
He's trying to help you in the chat.
Oracle Cloud, and XAI. This quarter, we added Google Cloud and Meta to the growing list of Spectrum X customers. We introduced Spectrum X and Quantum X, silicon photonics switches featuring the world's most advanced co-packaged optics. These platforms will enable next-level AI factory scaling to millions of GPUs through the increasingly power efficiency by 3.5x and network resiliency by 10x while accelerating customer time to market by 1.3x. Transitioning to a quick summary of our revenue by geography. China, as a percentage of our data center revenue, was slightly below our expectations and down sequentially due to H20 export licensing controls. For Q2, we expect a meaningful decrease in China data center revenue. As a reminder, while Singapore represented nearly 20% of our Q1 build revenue, as many of our large customers use Singapore for centralized invoicing, our products are almost always shipped elsewhere. Note that over 99% of H100, H200, and Blackwell data center compute revenue billed to Singapore was for orders from US-based customers. Moving to gaming and AI PCs. Gaming revenue was a record $3.8 billion, increasing 48% sequentially and 42% year on year. Strong adoption by gamers, creatives, and AI enthusiasts have made Blackwell our fastest ramp ever. Against a backdrop of robust demand, we greatly improved our supply and availability in Q1 and expect to continue these efforts in Q2. AI is transforming PC and creator and gamers. With a 100 million user installed base, GeForce represents the largest footprint for PC developers. This quarter, we added to our AI PC laptop offerings, including models capable of running Microsoft's Copilot+. This past quarter, we brought Blackwell architecture to mainstream gaming with its launch of GeForce RTX 5060 and 5060 Ti, starting at just $299. The RTX 5060 also debuted in laptops starting at $1,099. These systems that double the frame rate and slash latency. These GeForce RTX 5060 and 5060 Ti desktop GPUs and laptops are now available. In console gaming, the recently unveiled Nintendo Switch 2 leverages NVIDIA's neural rendering and AI technologies, including next-generation custom RTX GPUs with DLSS technology, to deliver a giant leap in gaming performance to millions of players worldwide. Nintendo has shipped over 150 million Switch consoles to date, making it one of the most successful gaming systems in history. Moving to Pro Visualization, revenue of $509 million was flat sequentially and up 19% year on year. Tariff-related uncertainty temporarily impacted Q1 systems, and demand for our AI workstations is strong, and we expect sequential revenue growth to resume in Q2. NVIDIA DGX Spark and Station revolutionized personal computing by putting the power of an AI supercomputer in a desktop form factor. DGX Spark delivers up to 1 petaflop of AI compute, while DGX Station offers an incredible 20 petaflops and is powered by the GB300 superchip. DGX Spark will be available in calendar Q3 and DGX Station later this year. We have deepened Omniverse's integration and adoption into some of the world's leading software platforms, including Databricks, SAP, and Schneider Electric. New Omniverse blueprints, such as Mega for at-scale robotic fleet management, are being leveraged in Kion Group, Pegatron, Accenture, and other leading companies to enhance industrial operations. At Computex, we showcased Omniverse's great traction with technology manufacturing leaders, including TSMC, Quanta, Foxconn, Pegatron. Using Omniverse, TSMC saves months in work by designing fabs virtually. Foxconn accelerates thermal simulations by 150x, and Pegatron reduced assembly line defects rates by 67%. Lastly, with our automotive group, revenue was $567 million, down 1% sequentially, but up 72% year on year. Year on year growth was driven by the ramp of self-driving across a number of customers and robust end demand for NEVs. We are partnering with GM to build the next gen vehicles, factories, and robots using NVIDIA AI, simulation, and accelerated computing. And we are now in production with our full stack solution for Mercedes-Benz, starting with the new CLA, hitting roads in the next few months. We announced Isaac GR00T N1, the world's first open, fully customizable foundation model for humanoid robots, enabling generalized reasoning and skill development. We also launched new open NVIDIA Cosmo World
Please
Foundation
respond
models.
to Sensei's questions.
Leading
He's trying to help people
1X,
that had an issue.
Agility
We
Robots,
want that sorted. Thank
robotics, Figure AI, Uber, and Wabi. We've begun integrating Cosmos into their operations for synthetic data generation, while Agility Robotics, Boston Dynamics, and XPen Robotics are harnessing Isaac simulation to advance their humanoid efforts. GE Healthcare is using the new NVIDIA Isaac platform for healthcare simulation, built on NVIDIA Omniverse and using NVIDIA Cosmos. The platform speeds development of robotic imaging and surgery systems. The era of robotics is here. Billions of robots, hundreds of millions of autonomous vehicles, and hundreds of thousands of robotic factories and warehouses will be developed. All right, moving to the rest of the P&L. GAAP gross margins and non-GAAP gross margins were 60.5% and 61% respectively. Excluding the $4.5 billion charge, Q1 non-GAAP gross margins would have been 71.3%, slightly above our outlook at the beginning of the quarter. Sequentially, GAAP operating expenses were up 7% and non-GAAP operating expenses were up 6%, reflecting higher compensation and employee growth. Our investments include expanding our infrastructure capabilities and AI solutions, and we plan to grow these investments throughout the fiscal year. In Q1, we returned a record $14.3 billion to shareholders in the form of share repurchases and cash dividends. Our capital return program continues to be a key element of our capital allocation strategy. Let me turn to the outlook for the second quarter. Total revenue is expected to be $45 billion, plus or minus 2%. We expect modest sequential growth across all of our platforms. In data center, we anticipate the continued ramp of Blackwell, to be partially offset by a decline in China revenue. Note, our outlook reflects a loss in H20 revenue of approximately $8 billion for the second quarter. GAAP and non-GAAP gross margins are expected to be 71.8% and 72% respectively, plus or minus 50 basis points. We expect better Blackwell profitability to drive modest sequential improvement in gross margins. We are continuing to work towards achieving gross margins in the mid-70s range late this year. GAAP and non-GAAP operating expenses are expected to be approximately $5.7 billion and $4 billion, respectively, and we continue to expect full-year fiscal year 26 operating expense growth to be in the mid-30% range. GAAP and non-GAAP other income and expenses are expected to be an income of approximately $450 million, excluding gains and losses from non-marketable and publicly held equity securities. GAAP and non-GAAP tax rates are expected to be 16.5%, plus or minus 1%, excluding any discrete items. Further financial details are included in the CFO commentary and other information available on our IR website, including a new financially information AI agent. Let me highlight upcoming events for the financial community. We will be at the BofA Global Technology Conference in San Francisco on June 4th, the Rosenblatt Virtual AI Summit and NASDAQ Investor Conference in London on June 10th, and GTC Paris at VivaTech on June 11th in Paris. We look forward to seeing you at these events. Our earnings call to discuss the results of our second quarter of fiscal 2026 is scheduled for August 27. Well, now let me turn it over to Jensen to make some remarks.
Here it goes.
Thanks, Colette. We've had a busy and productive year. Let me share my perspective on some topics we're frequently asked. On export control, China is one of the world's largest AI markets and a springboard to global success. With half of the world's AI researchers based there, the platform that wins China is positioned to lead globally. Today, however, the $50 billion China market is effectively closed to U.S. industry. The H20 export ban ended our Hopper data center business in China. We cannot reduce Hopper further to comply. As a result, we are taking a multi-billion-dollar write-off on inventory that cannot be sold or repurposed. We are exploring limited ways to compete, but Hopper is no longer an option. China's AI moves on with or without US chips. It has the compute to train and deploy advanced models. The question is not whether China will have AI. It already does. The question is whether one of the world's largest AI markets will run on American platforms. Shielding Chinese chip makers from US competition only strengthens them abroad and weakens America's position. Export restrictions have spurred China's innovation and scale. The AI race is not just about chips. It's about which stack the world runs on. As that stack grows to include 6G and quantum, U.S. global infrastructure leadership is at stake. The U.S. has based its policy on the assumption that China cannot make AI chips.
Oof.
That assumption was always questionable, and now it's clearly wrong.
Oh dear.
China has enormous manufacturing capability. In the end, the platform that wins the AI developers wins AI. Export controls should strengthen U.S. platforms, not drive half of the world's AI talent to rivals.
That's where my 140 came from.
On DeepSeek.
Those concerns?
DeepSeek
straight back down to 140.
From China are among the best open source AI models. Released freely, they've gained traction across the US, Europe, and beyond. DeepSeek R1, like ChatGPT, introduced reasoning AI that produces better answers the longer it thinks. Reasoning AI enables step-by-step problem solving, planning, and tool use. turning models into intelligent agents. Reasoning is compute intensive, requires hundreds to thousands of times more tokens per task than previous one-shot inference. Reasoning models are driving a step function surge in inference demand. AI scaling laws remain firmly intact, not only for training, but now inference too requires massive scale compute. DeepSeek also underscores the strategic value of open source AI. When popular models are trained and optimized on US platforms, it drives usage, feedback, and continuous improvement, reinforcing American leadership across the stack. US platforms must remain the preferred platform for open source AI. That means supporting collaboration with top developers globally, including in China. America wins when models like DeepSeek and QN runs best on American infrastructure. Regarding onshore manufacturing, President Trump has outlined a bold vision to reshore advanced manufacturing, create jobs, and strengthen national security. Future plants will be highly computerized in robotics. We share this vision. TSMC is building 6 fabs and 2 advanced packaging plants in Arizona to make chips for NVIDIA. Process qualification is underway, with volume production expected by year-end. SPIL and Amkor are also investing in Arizona, constructing packaging, assembly, and test facilities. In Houston, we're partnering with Foxconn to construct a 1 million square foot factory to build AI supercomputers. Wistron is building a similar plant in Fort Worth, Texas. To encourage and support these investments, we've made substantial long-term purchase commitments, a deep investment in America's AI manufacturing future. Our goal, from chip to supercomputer, built in America within a year. Each GB200 NVLink 72 racks contains 1.2 million components and weighs nearly 2 tons. No one has produced supercomputers on this scale. Our partners are doing an extraordinary job. On AI diffusion rule, President Trump rescinded the AI diffusion rule, calling it counterproductive, and proposed a new policy to promote US AI tech with trusted partners. On his Middle East tour, he announced historic investments. I was honored to join him in announcing a 500 megawatt AI infrastructure project in Saudi Arabia and a 5 gigawatt AI campus in the UAE. President Trump wants US tech to lead. The deals he announced are wins for America, creating jobs, advancing infrastructure, generating tax revenue, and reducing the US trade deficit. The US will always be NVIDIA's largest market and home to the largest installed base of our infrastructure. Every nation now sees AI as core to the next industrial revolution, a new industry that produces intelligence and essential infrastructure for every economy. Countries are racing to build national AI platforms to elevate their digital capabilities. At Computex, we announced Taiwan's first AI factory in partnership with Foxconn and the Taiwan government. Last week, I was in Sweden to launch its first national AI infrastructure. Japan, Korea, India, Canada, France, the UK, Germany, Italy, Spain, and more are now building national AI factories to empower startups, industries, and societies. Sovereign AI is a new growth engine for NVIDIA. Toshiya, back to you. Thank you.
Operator, we will now open the call for questions. Would you please poll for questions?
There we go. Big slap to Trump there.
Thank you.
This was my concerns. This is why I said 140.
To ask a question, press star, then the number 1 on your telephone keypad. We'll pause for just a moment.
We're not out of the woods yet, folks, but we've still got an all-time high. I'm sure of that. Still a good business, just political issues getting in the way.
The line of Joe Moore with Morgan Stanley. Your line is open.
Great, thank you. You guys have talked about this scaling up of inference around reasoning models for at least a year now, and we've really seen that come to fruition as you talked about. We've heard it from your customers. Can you give us a sense for how much of that demand you're able to serve, and give us a sense for maybe how big the inference business is for you guys, and do we need full on NVL72 rack scale solutions for reasoning inference going forward?
Well, we would like to serve all of it. And I think we're on track to serve most of it. Grace Blackwell NVLink 72 is the ideal engine today, the ideal computer thinking machine, if you will, for reasoning AI. There's a couple of reasons for that. The first reason is that the token generation amount, the number of tokens reasoning goes through is 100, 1,000 times more than a one-shot chatbot. It's essentially thinking to itself, breaking down a problem step by step. It might be planning multiple paths to an answer. It could be using tools, reading PDFs, reading web pages, watching videos, and then producing a result, an answer. The longer it thinks, the better the answer, the smarter the answer is. And so what we would like to do, and the reason why Grace Blackwell was designed to give such a giant step up in inference performance, is so that you could do all this and still get a response as quickly as possible. Compared to Hopper, Grace Blackwell is some 40 times higher speed and throughput compared. And so this is going to be a huge benefit in driving down the cost while improving the quality of response with excellent quality of service at the same time. So that's the fundamental reason. That was the core driving reason for Grace Blackwell NVLink 72. Of course, in order to do that, we had to reinvent, literally redesign the entire way that these supercomputers are built. But now we're in full production. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be incredibly exciting.
The next question comes from Vivek Arya with Bank of America Securities. Your line is open.
Thanks for the question. Just a clarification for Colette first. So on the China impact, I think previously it was mentioned at about $15 billion. So you had the $8 billion in Q2. So is there still some left as a headwind for the remaining quarters? Just Colette, how to model that. And then question, Jensen, for you. Back at GTC, you had outlined a path towards almost $1 trillion of AI spending over the next few years. Where are we in that build out? And do you think it's going to be uniform, that you will see every spender, whether it's CSP, sovereigns, enterprises, or build out? Should we expect some periods of digestion in between? Just what are your customer discussions telling you about how to model growth for next year?
Yes, Vivek, thanks so much for the question regarding H20. Yes, we recognized 4.6 H20 in Q1. We were unable to ship 2.5 billion, so the total for Q1 should have been 7 billion. When we look at our Q2 is going to be meaningfully down in terms of China data center revenue. And we had highlighted in terms of the amount of orders that we had planned for H20 in Q2. And that was 8 billion. Now going forward, we did have other orders going forward that we will not be able to fulfill. That is what was incorporated, therefore, in the amount that we wrote down of the 4.6 $4.5
I've got Sensei calling into the show at the end of the call. Stand by.
About inventory
for several issues. Stand by.
Were about what we expected regarding the orders that we had received. Going forward, though, it's a bigger issue regarding the amount of the market that we will not be able to serve. We assess that TAM to be close to about 50 billion in the future, as we don't have a product to enable for the China.
In fact, probably the best way to think through it is that AI is several things. Of course, we know that AI is this incredible technology that's going to transform every industry. From, of course, the way we do software to healthcare and financial services to, retail to I guess every industry, transportation, manufacturing, and we're at the beginning of that. But maybe another way to think about that is where do we need intelligence? Where do we need digital intelligence? And it's in every country, it's in every industry. And we know because of that, we recognize that AI is also an infrastructure. It's a way of developing delivering a technology that requires factories. And these factories produce tokens. And they, as I mentioned, are important to every single industry in every single country. And so on that basis, we're really at the very beginning of it, because the adoption of this technology is really kind of in its early stages. Now, we've reached an extraordinary milestone with AIs that are reasoning, are thinking, what people call inference time scaling. Of course, it created a whole new, we've entered an era where inference is going to be a significant part of the compute workload. But anyhow, it's going to be a new infrastructure, and we're building it out in the clouds. The United States is really the early starter, and available in U.S. clouds, and this is our largest market, our largest installed base, and we're going to continue to see that happening. But beyond that, we're going to see AI go into enterprise, which is on-prem, because so much of the data is still on-prem. Access control is really important. It's really hard to move every company's data into the cloud, and so we're going to move AI into the enterprise. And you saw that we announced a couple of really exciting new products. Our RTX Pro enterprise AI server that runs everything enterprise and AI. Our DGX Spark and DGX Station, which is designed for developers who want to work on-prem. And so enterprise AI is just taking off. Telcos. Today, a lot of the telco infrastructure will be in the future software defined and built on AI. And so 6G is going to be built on AI. And that infrastructure needs to be built out. And it's very, very early stages. And then, of course, every factory today that makes things will have an AI factory that sits with it. And the AI factory is going to be creating AI and operating AI for the factory itself, but also to power the products and the things that are made by the factory. So it's very clear that every car company will have AI factories, and very soon there'll be robotics companies, robot companies, and those companies will be also building AIs to drive the robots. And so we're at the beginning of all of this build out.
The next question comes from CJ Muse with Cantor Fitzgerald. Your line is open.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you for taking the question. There have been many large GPU cluster investment announcements in the last month, and you alluded to, a few of them with Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and then also, we heard from Oracle and xAI, just to name a few. So my question, are there other that have yet to be announced of the same kind of scale and magnitude? And And perhaps more importantly, how are these orders impacting your lead times for Blackwell and your current visibility sitting here today, almost halfway through 2025?
Well, we have more orders today than we did at the last time I spoke about orders at GTC. However, we're also increasing our supply chain and building out our supply chain. They're doing a fantastic job. We're building it here on shore in the United States, but we're going to keep our supply chain quite busy for many more years coming.
Turtle Creative off camera getting a snack.
With respect to
is it that gave it away?
Further announcements. I'm going to be on the road next week through Europe, and it's just about every country needs to build out AI infrastructure, and there umpteen AI factories being planned. I think in the remarks, Colette mentioned there's some 100 AI factories being built. There's a whole bunch that haven't been announced. And I think the important concept here, which makes it easier to understand, is that
please stand by. We've got Sensei calling in
impact
at the end of the show.
Every single industry. Of course, electricity was one, and it became infrastructure. Of course, the information infrastructure, which we now know as the internet, affects every single industry, every country, every society. Intelligence is surely one of those things. I don't know any company, industry, country who thinks that intelligence is optional. It's essential infrastructure. And so we've now digitalized intelligence. And so I think we're clearly in the beginning of the build out of this infrastructure. And every country will have it. I'm certain of that. Every industry will use it. That I'm certain of. And what's unique about this infrastructure is that it needs factories. It's a little bit like the energy infrastructure, electricity. It needs factories. We need factories to produce this intelligence. And the intelligence is getting more sophisticated. We were talking about earlier that we had a huge breakthrough in the last couple of years with reasoning AI, and now there are agents that reason, and there's super agents that use a whole bunch of tools, and then there's clusters of super agents where agents are working with agents, solving problems. And so you could just imagine, compared to one-shot chatbots and the agents that are now using AI built on these large language models, how much more compute intensive they really need to be and are. And so I think we're in the beginning of the build out.
Cup of tea to swish.
There should be
rinse down
many more
cake.
announcements in the future.
Your next question comes
Just
from
saying.
Ben Reitzes with Melius. Your line is open.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for the question. I wanted to ask, first to Colette, just a little clarification around the guidance and maybe putting it in a different way. The $8 billion for H20 just seems like, it's roughly $3 billion more than most people thought with regard to what you'd be foregoing in the second quarter. So that would mean that, with regard to your guidance, the rest of the business, in order to hit 45 is doing $2 to $3 billion or so better. So, I was wondering if that math made sense to you. And then, in terms of the guidance, that would imply the non-China business is doing, a bit better than the street expected. So, wondering, what the primary driver was there in your view. And then, this second part of my question, Jensen, I know you guide one quarter at a time, but with regard to the AI diffusion rule being lifted and this momentum with Sovereign, there's been times in your history where you guys have said on calls like this where, you have more conviction in sequential growth throughout the year, et cetera. And given the unleashing of demand with AI diffusion being
spot on, James,
and the supply chain
Victoria Sponge with a cup of tea.
Does
NVIDIA
the environment
can
give you
wait.
more conviction and sequential growth as we go throughout
Without
the year?
that,
So first one
bugger
for
it.
Colette,
Ain't worth
then,
it.
Next one for Jen.
Don't care how
Thanks
bloody,
so much.
don't care how much money you got. No
Thanks,
cake,
Ben,
no
for
cup
the
of tea,
question.
rubbish.
When we look at our Q2 guidance,
It's right in it,
and the
Alex.
commentary that we provided, that had the
Alex just
export
wants the money.
controls not occurred,
Forget the
we would
cake.
have had orders of about $8 billion for H20. That's correct. That was a possibility for what we would have had in our outlook for this quarter in Q2. So what we also have talked about here is the growth that we've seen in Blackwell across many of our customers, as well as the growth that we continue to have in terms of supply that we need for our customers. So putting those together, that's where we came through with the guidance that we provided. I'm going to turn the rest over to Jensen to see how he wants to.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Ben. I would say compared to the beginning of the year, compared to GTC timeframe, there are 4 positive surprises. The first positive surprise is the step function demand increase of reasoning AI. I think it is fairly clear now that AI is going through an exponential growth. And reasoning AI really busted through. Concerns about hallucination or its ability to really solve problems, and I think a lot of people are crossing that barrier and realizing how incredibly effective agentic AI is and reasoning AI is. So number one is inference reasoning. And the exponential growth there, demand growth. The second one, you mentioned AI diffusion. It's really terrific to see that the AI diffusion rule was rescinded. President Trump wants America to win, and he also realizes that we're not the only country in the race, and he wants the United States to win, and recognizes that we have to get the American stack out to the world and have the world build on top of American stacks instead of alternatives. And so AI diffusion happened. The rescinding of it happened at almost precisely the time that countries around the world are awakening the importance of AI as an infrastructure, not just as a technology of great curiosity and great importance, but infrastructure for their industries and startups and society. Just as they had to build out infrastructure for electricity and internet, you got to build out an infrastructure for AI. I think that's an awakening, and that creates a lot of opportunity. The third is enterprise AI. Agents work, and these agents are really quite successful. Much more than generative AI, agentic AI is game changing. Agents can understand ambiguous and rather implicit instructions, and able to problem solve and use tools and have memory and so on. And so I think this is enterprise AI is ready to take off, and it's taken us a few years to build a computing system that is able to integrate, run enterprise AI stacks, run enterprise IT stacks, but add AI to it. And this is the RTX Pro Enterprise server that we announced at Computex just last week. And just about every major IT company has joined us, and I'm super excited about that. And so computing is one part of it, but remember, enterprise IT is really three pillars. It's compute, storage, and networking. And we've now put all three of them together finally, and we're going to market with that. And then lastly, industrial AI.
Vanessa,
Remember,
can you please stay on to the end? I've solved all the problems. You're going to love the result.
The world
Sensei's
reordering,
not
if
happy,
you will,
but I'm happy.
Is regions onshoring manufacturing and building plants everywhere. In addition to AI factories, of course, there are new electronics manufacturing, chip manufacturing, being built around the world.
You'll find out in a minute,
And
Amir.
all of
Stay
these
online.
new plants and these new factories are creating exactly the right time when Omniverse and AI and all the work that we're doing with robotics is emerging. And so this fourth pillar is quite important. Every factory will have an AI factory associated with it, and in order to create these physical AI systems, you really have to train a vast amount of data.
Stand by to the end.
So back to more
for
data,
everyone
more
to get
training,
something for
more
free.
AIs to be created.
You're going to love it.
More computers, and so these four drivers are really kicking into turbocharge.
Your next question comes from Timothy Arcuri with
Can't wait
UBS.
to tell you. This is
Your
going
line
to be
is
funny.
open.
You're going to like this.
Thanks a lot.
Poor
Jensen,
old
I wanted to
Sensei.
ask about China. It sounds like the July guidance assumes there's no SKU replacement for the H20, but if the president wants the U.S. to win, it seems like you're going to have to be allowed to ship something into China. So I guess I had two points on that. First of all, have you been approved to ship a new modified version into China, and you're currently building it, but you just can't ship it in fiscal Q2? And then you were sort of run rating $7 to $8 billion a quarter into China. Can we get back to those sorts of quarterly run rates once you get something that you're allowed to ship back into China? I think we're all trying to figure out how much to add back to our models and when. So whatever you can say there would be great. Thanks.
The president has a plan. He has a vision, and I trust him. With respect to our export controls,
we like that.
It's a set of limits.
Didn't start too good, but that's better.
The new set of limits pretty much make it impossible for us to
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Reduce Hopper any further, for any productive use. And so the new limits, it's kind of the end of the road for Hopper. We have limited options, and so we just the key is to understand the limits. The key is to understand the limits and see if we can come up with interesting products that could continue to serve the Chinese market. We don't have anything at the moment, but we're considering it. We're thinking about it. Obviously, the limits are quite stringent at the moment, and we have nothing to announce today. And when the time comes, we'll engage the administration and discuss that.
Your final question comes from the line of Aaron Rakers.
Stand by. You're going to love what comes next. Just stand by.
Hi, this is Jake on for Aaron. Thanks for taking the question, and congrats on the great quarter. I was wondering if you could give some additional color around the strength you saw within the networking business, particularly around the adoption of your Ethernet solutions at CSPs, as well as any change you're seeing in network attach rates.
Yeah, thank you for that. We now have 3 networking platforms, maybe 4. The first one is the scale up platform to turn a computer into a much larger computer. Scaling up is incredibly hard to do. Scaling out is easier to do, but scaling up is hard to do. And that platform is called NVLink. And NVLink comes with it chips and switches and NVLink spines, and it's really complicated. But anyways, that's our new platform, scale up platform. In addition to InfiniBand, we also have Spectrum X. We've been fairly consistent that Ethernet was designed for a lot of traffic that are independent. But in the case of AI, you have a lot of computers working together. And the traffic of AI is insanely bursty. Latency matters a lot because the AI is thinking and it wants to get work done as quickly as possible. And you got a whole bunch of nodes working together. And so we enhanced Ethernet, added capabilities like extremely low latency, congestion control, adaptive routing, the type of technologies that were available only in InfiniBand to Ethernet. And as a result,
very good.
We improved the utilization of
the
Ethernet
world loved
in
it.
these clusters. These clusters are gigantic, from as low as 50% to as high as 85%, 90%.
Should have made him full screen.
And so the difference is if you had a cluster that's $10 billion and you improved its effectiveness by 40%, that's worth $4 billion. It's incredible. And so Spectrum X has been really, quite frankly, a home run. And this last quarter, as we said in the prepared remarks, we added 2 very significant CSPs to the Spectrum X adoption. And then the last one is Bluefield, which is our control plane. And so in the control plane of the network, which is used for storage, is used for security, and for many of these clusters that want to achieve isolation among its users, multi-tenant clusters, and still be able to use and have extremely high performance, bare metal performance. Bluefield is ideal for that and is used in a lot of these cases. And so we have these four networking platforms. They're all growing, and we're doing really well. I'm very proud of the team.
Jensen, over to you.
That is all the time we have for questions. Okay. Jensen, I will turn the call back to you.
Thank you. This is the start of a powerful new wave of growth. Grace Blackwell is in full production. We're off to the races. We now have multiple significant growth engines. Inference, once the lighter workload, is surging with revenue-generating AI services. AI is growing faster and will be larger than any platform shifts before, including the internet, mobile, and cloud. Blackwell is built to power the full AI lifecycle, from training frontier models to running complex inference and reasoning agents at scale. Training demands continues to rise with breakthroughs in post-training and like reinforcement learning and synthetic data generation. But inference is exploding. Reasoning AI agents require orders of magnitude more compute.
Stand by for a surprise.
The foundations of our next growth platforms are in place and ready to scale. Sovereign AI nations are investing in AI infrastructure like they once did for electricity and internet. Enterprise AI must be deployable on-prem and integrated with existing IT. Our RTX Pro, DGX Spark, and DGX Station enterprise AI systems are ready to modernize the $500 billion IT infrastructure on-prem or in the cloud. Every major IT provider is partnering with us. Industrial AI, from training to digital twin simulation to deployment. NVIDIA Omniverse and Isaac GR00T are powering next-generation factories and humanoid robotic systems worldwide. The age of AI is here. From AI infrastructures, inference at scale, sovereign AI, enterprise AI, and industrial AI. NVIDIA is ready. Join us at GTC Paris. I'll keynote at VivaTech on June 11th, talking about quantum GPU computing, robotic factories and robots, and celebrate our partnerships building AI factories across the region. The NVIDIA band will tour France, the UK, Germany, and Belgium. Thank you for joining us at the earnings call today. See you in Paris.
Okay, stand by. I've got a bit of a surprise for you. You're going to like this. And so thank you ever so much, everybody who joined us for the NVIDIA earnings. I'd just like to say again, I said 140 and it was 140. Some of you got excited going, oh, it's going to pump through. I said, well, I got some tariff concerns, and there it was. So there you go. 140, just going through 140, staying 140. What it does tomorrow, I'm not interested in. What it does now is what's important. Tomorrow, you can say what you like. Right, we got a few surprises for you. Stand by. So here we go. 8, 9, 7... Let me put him in over here. Guest spot number 7. We got a surprise for you, and we got some giveaways, and we got all sorts. Don't worry, I haven't got Senzi on the show giving you free mugs away. We're not doing that. That would be a bloody stupid idea. He'd love to come in and do that. We're not doing it. I don't care what he says. We're not doing it. So, are you ready? We got a couple of guests, and you're going to like this. And I got basically, I'll give you a bit of the background. Vanessa, are you in the chat? Vanessa Griggs, are you in the chat? I need to know you in the chat. And everybody who's in the chat today who says, I didn't get the NVIDIA newsletter, I'm unhappy, I didn't get the free trial that's free. Because you want a free trial that's free? Yeah, I can see Alex, he's looking confused. What's a free trial that's free? I want the free trial for free. Right? This is what it's all about. Everyone's confused, right? Are you confused? I'm going to make you more confused now. So what did I do about it? Vanessa, come on, in the chat. Are you here? No more free mugs. Yeah, she's here. Right? So Vanessa said, I didn't get my free trial for free. Right? So I called up Sensei. He was on a train, going out for the night, doing something enjoyable. Vanessa said, leave the guy alone. I said, no. The Lucasades come first. He said, he's got a life. I said, no, he doesn't have a life. The moment he decided to work with me and take care of the Lucasades, he forfeits his life. His wife doesn't agree with this, but that's fine. But me and his wife don't talk anymore. We used to get on fine when you used to do a Sunday show. Now he's every day. She's distanced herself from me. I haven't spoken to her for about 6 months. Basically, a week after she got married, that was it. I never heard from her again. I don't even know if she's still alive. I think Sensei might have buried her in the garden. I don't know. Something's not right. Anyway, I used to hear from her all the time. No, I didn't. I heard from her once. That was it. Anyway, this is what's going on. I've got Sensei live on the show. Here he is. Let's bring him in. Sensei, how are you, mate? Hey. So Sensei's out and about, having a night out, all right? He's getting these texts. He's in between stations. I can't even cope with it. I got calls coming in. I got messages. I'm ringing him. And then he goes, I can't even deal with it. I'm sick of this. Right? It's my night off. I don't do the nighttime show till 4 a.m. He does. Yeah, right. Anyway, listen here, folks. Some of you may have got confused. Some are going to fix it. And there's no better way of fixing it. We could just have a private conversation and send out an email. No, we do it live in front of the world. That's how we fix things here. So I promised you all a free plan for free. Except Sensei explained to me, Martyn, you can't give a free plan for free. The very definition of a free plan is it's free. You can't give the free plan for free. You're telling everybody that they can get our NVIDIA amazing analysis for free in the free plan for free. You're saying it wrong. You can give everybody the NVIDIA report for free, but not in the free plan for free. Doesn't make any sense what you said. I said, it does. Why can't they get it for free in the free plan if it's for free? He said, because it's the free plan. The free plan doesn't include the paid stuff. I said, well, if it's a free plan and it's for free, why can't you get it for free? Because the free plan is already free. You can't give the free plan for free. This went on for ages. I've been on the phone to him backwards and forth. That's why I'm laughing. Well, the NVIDIA earnings is going on. I got this nonsense going on from flipping Sensei on the train in between tunnels. It's chaos. So now I understand. There's no free plan that's for free.
Essentially, you can't give a free trial for a free plan. It wouldn't make much sense because it's a free plan anyway. So how can you give a free trial for a free plan that's free anyway?
No, I get it now.
There we go.
I get it now. But still, Sensei, what did I say? The customer's always right. Vanessa is the customer. She's going, I'm confused. She's probably confused, though, because of me. Less to do with you, less to do with the plans, less to do with her, but a lot to do with me. She's going, I signed up for the free plan, and I can't get my free thing. So let me explain it, all right? Let me explain it. If you click on the free plan, which is this one here, Look what it said. I mean, actually, I blame Vanessa. She just should bloody read it. If you click the free plan, free. See how it says free. You're all going, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click on it. Right. You don't get access to that stuff. You don't get that. There's a line through it. There's a line through that. What it says is you get a taste of the content with occasional free posts. But the NVIDIA one is one of the paid posts. Is that right, Sensei? That's why you couldn't see it. So what you do is this. What you do is this. You don't click on the free plan for the freeness because it's already free. It gives you a taster whenever Sensei wants to give something out, which is never. So basically it's rubbish. The free plan is rubbish. I wouldn't even click on it. Scrub that. Get rid of that one. Right. What you want is this one here. Annual. Now you're going, yeah, but that's not free. It is free. Wait a second. It works out at $10 a month, which is a lot better than the monthly. So you don't do the monthly. Get rid of that, Sensei. Monthly, rubbish. Nobody wants monthly. Get rid of it. This is the one you want. This is 10. He said, I worked on it. You got no idea how much I worked on this and you're trashing it to 83,000. That's right. My customers come first, right? And just tell them about the weekend that we had, Sensei. Tell them about the weekend. Right, so we have annual plan. This is what you sign up for. But look what it says, Vanessa. Right at the top, 7-day free trial. Now what you get is a free trial of the paid plan. Does that make sense? So you do get it for free and you get all the good stuff. Look, everything, amazing. It's cheaper, it's better, it's this, it's that. Full access. Access all areas. I know all about that. I used to have a theatre show. Access all areas, right? So a 7-day free trial and you see everything. And if you signed up for the free, in fact, we're going to do it right now. Right, I'm going to bring Sensei back in again now. Now I've completely destroyed his system. I want you all to sign up for the free trial. It's not the free plan. That's the free plan. Free. Ignore that. Rubbish. Don't bother. Sign up for the free plan. He's going, no, there's a reason for this. It's because people can get little bits for free. Rubbish. Don't bother with that. Rubbish. Go straight to this. Get the annual plan. Don't worry. We're not going to charge you $120. We will in 7 days if you don't cancel it, right? Just saying. We hope you forget. This is why I'm doing it, Sensei. Most people will be busy watching the show. They'll forget, right? Sign up for this. Get the 7-day free trial for free. Obviously, right? You can then see everything. You can download our information today on NVIDIA. Much more information. You can trade NVIDIA and get your money back. So you can basically get this for free when it comes out in 7 days' time when we rip you off and charge you because you've forgotten, right? So that's what you got to do. That's what we mean. Sensei. Does it make sense? Have I got it right now?
You've got it right now. Yeah.
Right. So
it's just as simple as you can't have a free trial for a free plan. It doesn't make too much sense.
I thought it did. So did Saab. So did everybody else. Everybody else went, I'm on the free plan. I can't see anything. Oh. What's the point of it then?
Well, there will be, like, Vaz is going to do some free content for us. There's going to be tasters, but if $10 a month for the amount of time that goes into, I mean, the earnings today, about 3 hours. Did you see the charts at the bottom and everything? How it exactly hit the 140 level? You had it all laid out. It was perfect.
Yeah, you saw that. Yeah, but hang on a minute. I told everybody 140 already. I already knew it.
You don't need it. You don't. Cancel.
Cancel. This is what I'm saying. You don't need it. It's a waste of money. I already said it was 140. I said it every day for about 2 months. Listen here, folks. If you want the daily report, and you should, I mean, flipping heck, you might as well try it for a week. If you try it for a week, the paid plan, which is free for a week, I guarantee you're going to love it. If you don't love it, cancel it. You might forget, though. And if you forget, see, we're relying on at least 50% of people forgetting. That's the way these things work. No, are we not? I'm not supposed to say that, am I? No.
No,
Okay.
I hope people don't forget. If you don't like it, you'll know you don't like it within a couple of days, and I'm sure you'll see the emails come in, and you'll be like, "What is this?"
They won't, mate. They won't. They won't. My job is to keep everyone watching the show. I mean, we're live 24 hours a day now, Sensei. People aren't checking their emails. They're not checking their credit cards. They won't notice. They're so busy watching the show. Have you seen Alex and Yestin Win? They're living together basically in the. Yestin Wins is just in his bed all the time. I don't know what's about. Anyway, they're living together in the Discord channel. They won't notice the 7 days. They won't even notice, and it'll be too late. Boom, done. We don't do refunds, do we? Do we do refunds?
I don't think I can with the. No, I don't think there is. But are you saying we should get rid of the 7-day free trial then?
No, I don't. No, leave that. Leave that, because that's good. Because they'll all sign up, they'll all want it, and then half of them will forget. They'll forget. They'll be busy watching the show. I'll make sure. My job is to make sure over the next 7 days there's going to be content running 24/7. Nobody will have time to check their...
But you're confusing everyone again. Someone's saying, where's the link for this? And then Vanessa said, really, Sensei, what's in the free plan? What was the point? You've annoyed Vanessa, Martyn. Look what you've done. This is all your fault.
Vanessa, listen to me, Vanessa. Oh, Sensei, you be shush a minute. I'll sort this out. It's my show. Listen, Vanessa, listen to me, Vanessa. Just talk to me. It's just me and you, Vanessa, right? If you click the free, it's completely free. There's no free trial to the free, as Sensei's already explained. It's free. Click on it, and you get some free tasters for free content as and when they come out. That's what you get for free. You get something. You get free content. It's good, isn't it? Right. But if you want everything and you want to see how good it is, you sign up. You got a free trial. You got 7 days to try it out. See what you think. It's like going to the shop and saying, can I buy that bed? And the bloke goes, yeah. How much is that? $1,000. And you can take it home and sleep on it for a week. And in a week, if you bring it back, we'll give you you don't pay us anything. It's free. But if you forget to bring it back, we charge you $1,000 for your bed. That's what this is like. All right? So you might as well try it for a week. Anyway, that's how it works. Does that make sense, Vanessa? Is Saab frozen? No, I thought I thought you frozen then, just completely stationary. You didn't even breathe. Right. So that's how it works, Vanessa. Now do you understand? Does everybody get it now? I ain't confused anybody, have I, Sensei? Are you confused?
No.
Right.
It's straight up. Just buy the annual one, and you get 7 days to test it out, and then hopefully you forget, and you've got the plan.
Hopefully, see, even Saab agrees. It's a great strategy. Businesses
That's the way
all
they
over
do
the
it.
world do it.
That's how it's done.
Yeah, it's how it's done. We're relying on you forgetting. But, you don't have to forget. Don't have to forget.
If you're a forgetful person, please don't sign up and then come and ask for a refund. If you think it'll benefit you and you want... we don't want anyone losing money, but you get a lot of content. So if you're a forgetful person and that's happened to you before, just don't sign up or pay straight away.
Yeah, the free trial is not for anyone who forgets stuff. You shouldn't advertise it like that, Sensei. That's not the best way of advertising stuff, is it? I mean, you wouldn't walk into Apple and they say, because they say that you can buy stuff and bring it back. You wouldn't go into Apple and they'd say, can I buy this phone and bring it back? Yeah, you can. But are you the sort of person that forgets to bring stuff back? Oh, yeah, I am. Then this isn't for you. Don't take this phone home and try it. Because if you forget, we sell you a phone that you don't really want. That's not a good sales tactic, Sensei. You don't want to come out with that.
We are on the show. I love it.
Yeah, there's being honest and there's being stupid. You don't tell people, are you a forgetful person? It's like telling somebody who comes into it's like Auntie Doris. She goes into iPhone shop, right? And she's got $1,200 to buy a new phone. And the first thing you say to her is, hello, Doris. She said, yeah, I want the top phone. Are you sure you want the top phone? How many friends have you got? None. Do you phone anybody regularly? No. Do you go on the internet? No. You don't need a phone. Tell you what, take your money and go home. Don't buy a phone. This never happens. That's what you're doing now.
if you're forgetful, try the monthly plan at $15 and see how you like it.
Don't do that. That costs more money. That's rubbish.
No, it does cost more money.
Sob, keep out of it.
But then wake up and get a cheaper one.
To be honest, I like that Martyn disagrees about the monthly. If it is costing 15, how much did you say?
The monthly is $15. The annual is $10 a month. It's much better value to do the yearly.
Exactly. So basically, you're selling yourself short.
Yes, we're trying to help people out here.
Are you?
Well, other than you forget. I mean, it's up to you if you forget. I'm not responsible if you can't remember 7 days from now. Sensei's going, you've no idea how I planned this out, and you've destroyed it.
Hey, look at the chat. I'm totally confused. Please explain again for me. What part is free, Martyn? Please help. I'm confused. Can I just go full screen and explain it, please?
Everything is for free.
I just want to explain that everything's free and there's like free trials and you can figure.
I'm sick of this. Right, go. All right then. All right, go bloody.
No, you didn't
I give
say
up.
that.
Yeah, make him solo. Where he is. There he is.
Hello,
I'm not getting
everyone.
involved. I'm out of it.
Welcome to the Sensei Show, and I'm going to explain to you our new newsletter. So,
God,
we're going to make this very easy to understand.
It's bloody easy.
This is the homepage for the newsletter. So think of this as a newsletter where you can get emails in your inbox, but also it's a website. Daily insights, scripts for the show. This is the webpage here. As you can see, this is the latest one we wrote. This morning we had the forecast for the morning. That's down below. What you've got here is the NVIDIA one. Oh, this is not NVIDIA. This is this morning. Where's the NVIDIA? I've lost it. Okay, this has gone well. Oh, here we go. I've refreshed the screen. This is the homepage. This was the morning forecast this morning. Daily forecast. What's going on in the day? Joby, Trump Media, Ethereum. You've got the story of the day, the SEC XRP, the everything there, the top gainers, on the radar, all that sort of stuff. Okay, that was this morning. On big earnings and when we do deeper research like we did in ZBCN, you get something like this afternoon, which was the NVIDIA earnings tonight. Could make it or break it the entire rally. You have the live coverage. This was free up until over here. And then the key risks and opportunities. So if you have the free plan, you can get a taster. There will be some posts that come out free. Vaz is going to do some posts, etc., etc. So there's the free plan. You don't get much from it, but there is something. If you get the paid plan, and that's got a 7-day free trial, I'll show that in a second. You get all of this, the key risks, the opportunities, the macro, fundamentals, the market index, the options markets, where the market's going to be going, the catalyst to look out for on the oh, here we go. You've got the technical analysis of the trends and levels. So my exact levels that I'm looking for NVIDIA, today's levels as well, resistance, the 140 level was key. You've got the full chart in the most simplistic terms that you can just refer to when you're looking. You've got where the moving averages are, the support, everything is in there. And to get access to this and where all the levels are, the link that Martyn's going to give you in the chat now will take you to a page like this. At the top, it says 7-day free trial. If you want to get the paid content, you can't get a free trial for the free plan. That's the one on the right. As you can see, it's all crossed out. So that one is if you just want the insights, the occasional posts from Vaz, some things you do, it's definitely worth still being on it. However, the one that you want, the one that's the reason we made the newsletter is the annual plan. And over there, it says 7-day free trial. $120 a year, $10 a month. You get access to everything. You get daily newsletters, you get the deep dives for the earnings, anything else we're deep researching. If you're a forgetful person, don't bother signing up. I don't want to do this, but there is if you want to get a taste of it and you just want to try it for a day, 2 days, whatever, you've got the 7-day free trial, and if you want to see the stuff like the NVIDIA post, you won't get it on the free one, you'll get it on the 7-day free trial. So there it is, and that's the newsletter for everyone. Hopefully that clarifies a few things. Sorry, Martyn, I'll pass it back to you. I definitely wasn't implying you did a bad explaining it.
Yeah, he was.
I think it didn't help, mate. I'm sorry, but reading some comments, they want the free plan.
For free. Yeah, exactly. Right, the proof's in the pudding. The proof's in the pudding. Right, hang on, let me read this.
MSK donated £5 through a super chat. Increase the free trial period to 14 days. Sensei. Research shows that the probability of people forgetting about the subscription increases by 75%. Low.
More time to forget.
Oh, God. I'm not doing it. This is the only option. The reason we have this is because we just want people to get a taster of it.
Right. Enough of this. I'm taking control. It's my show. Watch this. Right. Let's see what happens. Let's see how effective this marketing strategy of chaos has been. Sensei, go and check. Has anyone signed up at all in the last few hours to this plan? Has anyone got the newsletter in the last few hours? Tell me the truth.
We've lost 50% of our subscribers.
No, we haven't. That's a lie. I can see it myself. Tell me the truth.
I think we've gone up one. So definitely. And we've gone up on the free subscribers because everyone thought they were getting it for free. So we've got another 20 people there on the free plan, and we've got someone who's on the free trial. So it's worked. The marketing strategy worked. Thank you, Mark. Actually, I should have not doubted you.
Absolutely. I am going to give all seriousness now. Very, very important, this. Sensei will experience this as he does it. I've done lots of newsletters over my life. When you bring out a newsletter, your provider on a newsletter sometimes confuses it with junk mail. It happens a lot. My own Sensei's newsletter from him to me went in. That's not, Alex, this isn't funny. This is serious. I'm not joking. I'm not trying to diss it.
No, I'm reading the chat, sorry.
Oh, okay. It sometimes goes into your junk folder because very often newsletters do, because your provider might assume it's junk. It's got a lot of content in there. So if you've just signed up, is it every day, Sensei? It goes out now. It is, isn't it?
Every trading day, I'll have the morning insights and maybe 2 or 3 a day.
Right.
On the news.
So if you've signed up and you're on the pay plan, certainly you're going to be getting stuff regularly, even in the free trial at the beginning, the first 7 days. If you've not got one today, if you didn't get NVIDIA today or tomorrow, I would suggest strongly you look into your junk folder, because I found it in my junk folder. And all you do is when you see it in your junk folder, drag it into your inbox, and that's what's called as whitelisting. It will now give it the approval that you like it. The next time it comes, it will be in your inbox. I bet a lot of people who signed up, so I didn't see it. Well, it probably went into your junk folder. So just make sure you do that. But there you go. Thank you for coming on and explaining it. All I care about is Vanessa, though. Vanessa, do you understand it now? Are you completely sorted? I want to see what Vanessa says to that. Is she good? I'm all stressed now. Let's see. MSK says, someone speaking on the Gaza-Israel issue. Yes, they did. Did you all hear that today? Oh, Saab, did you hear it? Were you watching Sky News today? Oh, you're muted. You're muted. You've muted yourself.
I didn't see it, MSK. Sorry, man. I have to watch that.
Absolutely
Look
hilarious.
exactly like him.
The Israel United Nations ambassador was speaking today at the United Nations meeting. Sounded exactly like Arnold Schwarzenegger, exactly like MSK. It was hilarious because the person's from Israel. You wouldn't expect it, but it literally did sound exactly like MSK doing an impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Poor man, rich man, clear as mud. There we go. Vanessa, Wussar, she's got it. She's sorted. There you go.
That's actually what matters most. We want to sort everyone's issues out.
That's what we want to do. You wait till after the show when you've all gone home. Sensei's going to go, Martyn, if I'm on a train, mate, I can't come back to you straight away. If I'm on a train, if I'm in between tunnels, am I supposed to pick up the phone? Get a satellite phone. That wouldn't work in a tunnel anyway, would it? Anyway, there you go. Is everybody good now? I'm back. What is for free? Kata. Oh, God, see. You got everyone talking about it, Sensei. Everyone's talking about it. I'll drop it in the chat again. Here's the newsletter again. All right. So there you go. Click on that. Give it the 3 day. Give it the 7 day trial. The paid one is by far the best value. The yearly. Do it on the yearly. Try it for a week. If you don't like it, you can always cancel it, but I think you will love it. All right. I appreciate you, Martyn. Vanessa, I'm here for you. Even if it upsets Sensei, and if me and Sensei fall out, as long as you're happy, Vanessa, and I'm happy. That's how it works. I'm back. Let me ask again. Will the segment of Japan be in this show or an upcoming one? I could talk about it now, but it's 5:30 in the evening. It's quite late, and I think I'd like to get off. I'd like to cover this tomorrow. But just to say, I'll give you a little bit of a heads up. Do you remember when I predicted the carry trade? Do you all remember that? And I'd said we could get a sell-off, and the market went down 10, 15, in fact, 20%, I think it was. It was quite a drop. It could happen again.
The Japanese one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Could happen again. This is why I've said I wouldn't recommend you buy into this rally. You bought on that dip. You're not buying again. Market's rallied a bit. There's a lot of uncertainty. But if you bought that dip when I did, you're safe. It doesn't really matter. If it goes down that low again, you buy some more. Because by the time it goes down there, you've either earned some more money or you've reduced margin in my case, and you buy some more, which is what I would do. But it's a very real thing. For those of you not familiar, I'll give you more details and a full explanation of it. But essentially, Japan is a very small country, only 2% of the world's population or thereabouts. However, it has a very, very powerful currency. It's responsible for a lot of the government debt in the United States. People often think, well, who cares what Japan does? What does that really matter? It's a tiny little island. It's because they own a lot of the debt. And essentially, with a carry trade was the unwinding partly of the carry trade, but there's more unwinding to do. And now we've got interest rates going up and everything changing in Japan, and Japan walking away from US debt. It could send a big signal out to not only stop buying bonds, but to sell them. And if they start selling them, the market can drop 20% overnight. Overnight. You wake up, and that for me would be 40% down because I'm in margin, right? So I'm okay with that. I'm budgeted for that. That's why I didn't buy on the way up. I'm prepared for a 40% drop. I don't expect it, but it's very possible. So I'll explain it in more detail tomorrow. I'll make a video about it, but it's a real thing. And essentially, Japanese investors with very, very low, in fact, negative interest, which it was, were at the time, were buying American businesses, stocks, and so on and so forth. And then all of a sudden, rates started to go up and people were getting margin called. And when they got margin called, they were being forced to sell American stocks, and voomph, that's when it goes down. So just because they're a small country, if a lot of people in Japan own a lot of American bonds or businesses or whatever, it can spook the market out, and it's a thing that can happen at any moment. All we need is Japan. Bloody hell, I've made the video. Should have made a video. Japan essentially could say tomorrow rates are going up by like 1%, and that's all it will take. It doesn't require a 10% hike, 1%, and we're not. And we're selling US debt, and voomph, 20%, the stock market goes down. Not to scare anybody, but that's the reality. And that's what I've been saying. You buy that bottom of that dip. You don't buy on the way up. No matter how excited you were tonight about NVIDIA, no matter how excited we are about all these things. But what it will end up doing, if it does happen, is it could be the next big catalyst for Bitcoin. Because people are starting to get fearful that the old guard isn't working anymore. So proper breakdown in infrastructure. People are thinking, okay, what used to be the protocol and the way things used to work, the stock market always goes up, the bond does this does this, everything kind of bounces back. We've started to get used to, flipping out, this is pretty much the whole video now. Should have made a video. Could have made a fortune on this video. It would have been a million viewed video. More and more people are now starting to think, hang on, Bitcoin isn't just here for 5 minutes. It's staying. It's a real thing. And people are starting to think, hang on, is this the new safe haven? And if we get a trip up in Japan and bonds start getting dumped and we go down 20%, Bitcoin will take a hit. It will drive it down, and then everybody will buy, rather than buying back stocks, buy back Bitcoin. And if that happens, Bitcoin surges, and this is what Sensei has often talked about, we could go sideways, which is what I predicted next year on the S&P, but we could go sideways for years, 4-5 years. So if that happens, your money's sat doing nothing. And then, of course, more and more people will start be a self-professing prophecy. More people will go, my money's not doing anything. Bitcoin's a safe haven. And that's where Michael said, I really should have made a video. That's where Bitcoin will go up and up and up and up and up, and there'll be no stopping it. Some people say it can go up infinite. Just infinite. Just keep going up. Because what will happen is, as we get closer and closer, is it 21 million, Sensei? 21?
Yeah.
21. As we get nearer 21 million, I mean, that'll take years. I think it's about 15 years, isn't it? But it will get less and less. Is it about 15 years?
I think over 100 years, yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. So a very long time. But, in 20, 30 years, we'll be down to mining the last couple. It will just take years to do the last one and the last half and whatever it might be. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. The point is, as we start getting more and more scarce and people hold on, you'll have to pay $1 million, $2 million, because nobody will sell. That's the theory. And if we've got the old guards not working anymore, that's a real thing. So it is a real concern, to the point I was really thinking about it today, and I really thought hard about it. I thought, it's all very well me doing what's right for the audience, but what's doing right for the audience is winning. And I'm winning. But am I always going to win by owning the S&P? What if that changes? Should I have 10% in Bitcoin? It's all very well going, I don't pump and dump anything, but if I don't win anymore, I'm just going sideways for 5 years. It's not, it's not that clever either, is it? So maybe I'll have to poll the audience and say, what do you reckon? Should I diversify, buy some Bitcoin? Of course, I own a bit of Bitcoin because I own MicroStrategy. It's MicroStrategy's in the S&P, isn't it, Sensei? Is it? Do I own any Bitcoin other than Coinbase?
I think Coinbase owns Bitcoin, so you'll have a bit of exposure there. I don't think MicroStrategy is. I'll check.
Do I own any businesses in the S&P that own Bitcoin? I probably do, don't I?
Yeah, quite a few now in the S&P 500 own Bitcoin. Definitely Coinbase does.
So, actually, let's ask the audience. Let's ask the audience. You've heard me over 4 years go from Bitcoin's a load of nonsense to understanding Bitcoin to now seeing Bitcoin or crypto go to the top of the S&P to now saying, should I actually own it as a major asset in my portfolio? Start a poll. I'm going to ask just general. Should we all own? Now, of course, we all know that Bitcoin doesn't do anything as opposed to XRP. Should we all own Bitcoin? There we go. Yes or no. Now, this is making a major assumption. This is basically predicting everything changing. Everything. So everything that Warren Buffett has said basically goes out the window. That's what you see, what you say. Now, everything, as you're voting or before you vote, consider everything that was once crazy, most of it, not all of it, but most of it comes true. Oh, we'll never go to space. Oh, we'll never fly planes. Oh, we'll never have telephones, electricity, flying cars. Well, all these things are happening, aren't they? So, what sounds ridiculous a few years ago, and I'll put it like this, and this is one thing on with Michael. Very few things I agree with Michael Saylor, but I'll go with him on this one. When Bitcoin was a few pence, what was the entry price, Sensei, for Bitcoin when it first came out?
Less than a penny, I'd imagine.
Yeah. when it first came out and you said this bit of code on a computer is going to go $10, that would have sounded insane. Right? And here we are at 100 plus. Now, no one seems to care that Bitcoin's 100,000. It seems to the normal. Everybody who enters the market today, imagine if you'd never seen Bitcoin before and never heard about when it all started. You just were coming from under a rock and you were investing and you picked up a brokerage app like Robinhood and you looked at what someone told you would be good. I don't know, Amazon, Coca-Cola, all right, crypto. And you go, yeah, crypto's normal to you. You've heard of crypto, but you don't know much about it. And someone says, yeah, the main one's Bitcoin. Yeah, just like that. Just casual down the pub. Yeah. Okay, what do I buy? And there's Bitcoin. It's 110, all right? And you just buy $10 of it. You could have bought $10 of it when it was 1 penny, or you can buy $10 of it when it's 110. But as far as you're concerned, it's $10. You're buying something for 10. You think you've got Bitcoin, and you have, for $10. So in your mind, you just invested $10. You didn't invest 110,000. That sounds ridiculous. I ain't got that. But you go, well, I got $10. And if everybody suddenly wakes up tomorrow and goes, well, I got $10. What if everybody got up tomorrow morning and thought Bitcoin was a lottery ticket and thought, well, we can all buy $10 worth. If everybody got up tomorrow morning on the planet and bought $10 of Bitcoin, then we are at $1 million. Would you agree with that, Sensei?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's one of those things that I've always said it should be part of everyone's portfolio, but how quickly has it changed? I mean, just this year alone, the SEC coming into it, the president coming into it, the US wanting to hold it, the Bitcoin conference we were discussing on today's newsletter and in today's show. The names of the people on that list are world leaders in every sense. Vice presidents, we've got industry leaders, we've got company leaders that are all coming out, and obviously something's going on. And what is it, only 10% of the US own crypto, only 10% of the UK own crypto? We're still very early, and 21 million Bitcoin, 21 millionaires, each buys a Bitcoin. When would they want to sell? What price would they want to sell? I mean, I think we're still early, and Bitcoin has its place. Yes, I don't like the technology. Yes, it's not doing what it's built to do, but Bitcoin's sort of the world reserve currency. It's sort of a safe haven. It's that thing that no one can control. Government spending, we all say it's an issue. Yes, we don't think it's going to crash the market tomorrow. It's a can that's just been kicked down the road for so long. At some point, we're going to have to wake up and it's going to do some damage. The amount of money being printed, the amount of debt being printed. The US is not going to be the world reserve currency forever. We've always seen that changed. Yes, the US is the king of the world right now, but what is it going to be in 20 years? Or when are people going to realize that the US is not going to be the world reserve currency? Or are we even, and we're not even saying it's 100% going to happen. Do we have a good hedge in place in case it does? There's always a possibility. So are we hedging our bets? Do we have exposure to crypto if this happens? It's one of those things. And how many companies are now coming into the S&P 500 crypto companies? It's not going anywhere. And people are going to start waking up one day and realize, oh, wait, that thing I thought was a scam for years, which rightly so, a lot of people thought. I mean, you say that you pitch to someone, they will think, well, it's digital code. But they'll wake up and realize the biggest companies in the world are embracing this. Companies are owning this. Countries are embracing this. Governments are buying it. Well, there must be something to it. And that day seems to be coming sooner rather than later with the rapid growth this year.
I think perhaps the answer could be in the question. It's not whether it's the answer or not, or it's right or wrong or not, or should we buy it or not. It's, have we convinced enough people that we should?
I think the fact that we're asking the question already, should I have some in my stock portfolio? Should I have it in my portfolio? I think it's safe to have probably like even just buy 0.1% of a Bitcoin for $107. And, just build that up over time. It's just $107. over time, if you buy that over 12 months or whatever, you'll have like 1%. And I think to have 1% in your portfolio is a safe bet.
Like, I agree. I think it's the fact we're asking the question, isn't it? And after a while, it becomes the question of right or wrong gets lost. And if enough people are convinced it's right, it becomes right.
Yeah.
I mean, why is gold gold? Enough people said back in the Egyptian times, gold was nice and shiny, and let's have gold. It could have been mud. It could have been anything. We chose gold, and then we fought over it. And millions of years later, we're still gold. Yeah. Not necessarily millions of years, thousands of years later, we're still gold. So, I'm getting the signal from Leah. It's 5:45. I didn't realize it was as late as this. Got to wrap up. My dinner's on the table. So it's a very interesting point then, folks, isn't it? I think this carry trade could be a major, major turning point. If this does happen, people won't go back. If they start buying gold, if they start buying digital gold like that en masse into Bitcoin, and we see this unwinding really kick off, people could think, I want something decentralized. I don't want Donald Trump being able to pump and dump it. I don't want governments. I don't want this. I want something I can own.
I think something's kicking off the reset, that I keep talking about. And once the reset starts, that'll be a good catalyst to start off the reset, especially since all banks in Japan are going to be going on to through SBI. Or a lot of banks are going through SBI, which is they're all backed by Ripple. I think it's a catalyst because the Japanese market really affects the American market with all the treasuries and bonds they have. So I think it's going that way, Martin.
Yeah. Next, we're going to go over to the extra channel, keep the conversation going. The poll says yes, 54%, no, 45%. There you go. That's where we are right now. I wonder where we'll be in a year. I wonder where we'll be next week if the carry trade unwinds and the stock market goes down 20%. And then this was a really bad year. If we go straight back down where we were at the bottom of that dip before, do you buy more or do you buy? Because Bitcoin will go down as well, and then it will present that opportunity. Anyway, I'm going to get off. Join me now on the extra channel. Thank you for all being part of the show tonight. It's been absolutely wonderful. We had a lot of fun at obviously Sensei's expense, but he's enjoyed it because now loads of people are signed up. So now I'll be happy. So we're all good again. And most importantly, I'm happy and Vanessa's happy. So Sensei's happy. There we go. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. It was a great night. NVIDIA, congratulations. I'll just say again, I was right. Again. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. See you in the morning. Ta-ra.